to another edition of the United Gamedom podcast. My name is Dennis, and I'm joined here by Darren
Hello.
and Derek,
Hello.
who decided to join. So, how you guys doing?
Doing pretty good. I have work in 3 hours time, so hopefully we can get this done within 3 hours.
Yeah, we'll try to make it
But knowing us, that won't be the case.
as quick as possible, I guess.
I don't have 50 million games to talk about now at the moment anyway, so that's I'll be a plus.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't have much either. I know Derek,
I mean, I
you
could
have a
I
whole
could
lot.
have a lot because I haven't talked
Yeah,
about
you haven't been on.
games for like a year or something.
You haven't been on.
Yeah,
You
that's right.
haven't
You
been on
weren't
since
with us.
E3. That's the last episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sounds about right.
But yeah, I don't know exactly when. I think I meant. Yeah, it was in. I think it was the April. It was the last proper episode now. We talked about Persona 5 and that there. So, but I don't think we're going to talk about the last 8 months of games now, or else we'll be here for twice as long.
Yeah. Well, I forgot to say the episode number. What number
I
is this,
think it is
Darren?
76. Yes, it is.
76.
It is
Okay.
76.
So yeah, we decided to do. We said last time that we would be back for the game of the year, but we decided to do one before that. Darren, I think you messaged me last week asking if I wanted to do one.
Yeah, I just kind of was in the mood to do one though. Talk
Yeah.
about a certain game that I'll be talking about in on the podcast. So will be. I think you know which one I'm talking
Yeah, I
about.
wasn't feeling too well last week, so
Yeah.
decided to do it this week instead. So yeah, I guess Derek, since you haven't been on for a little while, maybe you should start. Talk to us about what you've been playing. I know one of them that you've been playing and that you quite enjoyed.
Uh,
So
sure. Well,
go
I'm
ahead.
playing a game right now. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Origins as we speak on my desktop computer, and I'm recording this with my laptop.
Well,
Um,
this is quite the turnaround for you.
Multitasking.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was basically free because I bought my friend a Christmas gift, which is a Blue Yeti microphone. He does a lot of Twitch streaming,
Okay.
and this came with it for free. And I know he doesn't like Ubisoft games like at all, so I asked him if I
Okay.
could have the code, and he said, yeah, sure. So gave me the code, and I started playing it last weekend on PC. And I can no longer run games on ultra settings with my 2-year-old PC, which kind of sucks. But
Wow,
yeah,
really?
I mean, I could put it on ultra, but it would go under 60, so it'd be like
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah.
30 or
Yeah.
40 or
I
something.
think that's a thing with the Ubisoft games.
Oh, okay.
They don't really do 60 at Ultra, any of them. So
So I have it on very high, and it still looks really good. Um,
yeah.
there is some screen tearing when there's like a lot of stuff, like if you're synchronizing a tower thing, whatever you call those,
Hmm.
that has a lot of screen tearing in it. And then sometimes if
I think they're called viewpoints
oh
now, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
think they're always called viewpoints.
Was it always
Yeah,
viewpoints
I
or
believe
something
it was
else?
always called viewpoints since the first game.
Because before I think it was towers. Wasn't
I
towers at one
No,
point?
it
I
was
don't
always
know.
viewpoints. I definitely know that was the
Okay.
case.
Okay.
um so what was I saying? Oh yeah, I've heard the screen tearing. Other than that, it looks really good, and it runs, it's I'm getting in like the 60 to 90, maybe 60 to 80 range for frames per second. And yeah, runs really good. It's the first Assassin's Creed game I've played since. Well, I played a lot of three. I just got to a point where I just wasn't having any fun anymore, and I just stopped playing basically.
Hmm.
Um, I played a very little, very, very brief amount of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I think it was free on like Xbox Live or something, because otherwise I don't know where I would have played it. It had to have been a free game
Yeah,
or
well, it
something.
definitely was free on Xbox Live,
Okay,
Xbox One, so
that's
it was.
probably where
I
I
think
tried
Yeah, I
it.
think it was at one point.
I
Um,
don't know if it was on PS Plus now. But I definitely know it was on Xbox One, so it was.
and I don't know, didn't nothing about it. The first half hour or whatever I played just didn't do anything for me. Um, so I heard this game was pretty good, and I do like the setting. It's interesting.
Hmm.
And I got it for free basically because it came with a gift that I bought. So that's that's a
Yeah,
a plus. Um,
yeah.
it is fun. The story so far isn't there's not a whole lot to it, but I do like how there is some kind of callbacks to like Assassin's Creed 2, kind of like with some of the. Um, it's not really in the main story, at least up to this point, but in some of the tombs that you can get, there's these
Yeah.
things. I guess I won't always say what they are, but like that kind of stuff that's in there is basically what like the ending of Assassin's Creed 2 was. So that's really cool because that's what I liked about
Hmm.
that game a lot, or that and like Brotherhood. Um, I like the bow, like all the different kind of bows you can use and the way that the bow combat works. That's fun. The stealth is pretty good too, although I don't know. I had just been playing Wolfenstein 2, and the stealth kills in that game are better than this game though. I really love those because
Yeah, I mean,
they're
yeah,
so
the stealth
brutal.
kills in this
They're
are
pretty like,
kind of,
oh,
you know,
you hugged him and
tame.
then like he
Mm.
died or something kind of.
Yeah.
So that
Did you get the hidden blade?
yeah, I mean yeah, I have
So,
that.
okay.
So it's not as like brutal as the other. Well, at least like in 2 and Brotherhood, they were pretty brutal. Like some of the kills that you can get in that
Yeah,
game.
the stabbings. Yeah.
Um, I don't really like the regular combat that much because the enemies constantly run away from you as you're trying to hit them. It seems like, and they
Yeah, especially
and
the
they
archers.
interrupt you all the time unless you like block. I
Yep.
never block because it's like I don't know. I don't see the point.
Yeah, me neither.
I dodge quite a bit, but even then, you can get hit pretty easy. You don't die a whole lot, but it makes the combat a lot longer. Um, I do miss the combat in Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood where you were pretty much just counterattacking everything, and like the kills in that game were just
Hmm.
so satisfying, like always.
Yeah.
Even either with the hidden blade or with just melee weapons of any kind. But in this, like most of them so far that I've seen, I haven't tried all the weapons, but they just aren't as satisfying. I did get it's like a legendary mace that I got from one of those. There are these like really strong enemies that they send after you after at a certain point in the game,
Yeah, the
which I didn't
phalanx.
know you could actually kill them. I thought they were just invincible the entire game, but if you level up enough, you can actually fight them, and if you kill
Yeah,
them,
I killed two
you
of them.
get a I think you get a guaranteed legendary of something because I've killed 3 of them
Yeah.
now, and each time I've gotten a legendary item. I got a
Yep.
mace from one of them, and that
Pretty
thing is
much.
it's pretty slow, but when you actually hit with it, it feels like really good. Like you're just destroying anything you hit with it, and that's pretty fun.
Does it do like 1,000 something damage each time? Each time?
Pretty much, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's probably the same you
yeah.
got from. Does it steal life also
Yeah. It has health on
when
hit.
you hit?
Yep. So that's a
Yeah.
whole
Okay.
nother
Yeah, it's the
thing.
same
Is
one
like the
I had.
loot aspect, which is completely new for Assassin's Creed. It's like they took the crafting and stuff from Far Cry and put it in this, and then they
Yeah.
took like like Diablo or Destiny kind of loot and put it in here as well.
It's very much Witcher 3, I
Yeah,
think.
and the Witcher 3 menu design, because holy fuck, does
Yeah.
that whole menu design look a lot like Witcher 3?
Hmm. I guess I didn't
Yeah,
think of
it's
that at
very
all. I
much
was
like
just
Witcher
thinking
3.
of other Ubisoft
Well,
games.
kind of redesigned Witcher 3 one, no, like if you go back to like
Yeah,
the Game
yeah.
of the Year,
The
kind of,
redesigned one.
yeah, because it wasn't like that when it started, but if you go back to it and look the way it is, they're very similar now, so they are.
Okay. Um,
So do you like it?
I do. I mean, I wouldn't be playing it if I didn't. I would have stopped by
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I do like it.
Where are you? What level are you? Where are you?
25. Yeah, I'm 25,
Oh, okay, we're pretty much the same.
and I'm
Yeah.
on. Well, you have a list of targets on your in your menu, and I've
Hmm.
kind of gone through. Although some of them were just part of the story that you didn't actually do anything, but they're kind of like a
Exactly.
first tier, and then there's like a second tier, and I'm on the second tier. I have one of the second tier done, and then I'm on the second one now. And
Okay, you're pretty
that one
sure.
was actually really good. Like there's, well, I guess you can start at any one you want, but each quest has a level associated with it, so you don't really want to take on like a level 40
Yeah,
quest when you're only level 20, 25. Like any RPG or MMO or something.
exactly.
But
Yeah.
the lowest level one in the second tier, like that one was really good because that was like a surprise. So
Yeah, I wasn't expecting. I think we did the same one. I was not expecting that to happen.
yeah,
The one that you're in the desert at one
uh
point
huh,
and you have to make
yep,
your way back.
yep.
Yeah, that. Yep.
I was like, oh damn, this is crazy.
I did not expect that.
Yeah, that was good. So I hope that the rest of them are, as good.
Yeah,
And it's weird because the
it's
first
a really
tier,
good
like,
game.
let's see, there was probably what, three of them that you didn't even do anything with, and they were part of the
Yeah, I think
story.
you only assassinated two
Yeah,
of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully they actually let you assassinate all of them.
What do you think of the boat sequence
The
that
one
you get?
boat sequence, went on way too long.
Yeah, I
Like it
completely
was
agree.
neat for a while. I was like, okay, I'm done.
100%.
I don't want to do this anymore. And then I also wondered if I get to play as a different character like later on in the game, or if that was just like a one-time thing or not.
Hmm.
So,
Well, you quote unquote play as her,
well, not really. Yeah, she's
but
just
not really.
there. Like, yeah. So I don't know. The character doesn't seem.
I hope there's none. I don't want any more of those.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't want
I don't
those
either.
boat battles.
There'll be three more.
There might be. Yeah.
There's three more?
No, I'm joking. I don't. I'm just saying
Oh
there'll be
God, I
three
hope
more.
not.
I'm just that's what I'm saying. Like I haven't played the game, so I won't. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you would have read it online
No,
or
I
something.
no, no, I haven't.
Um,
I hope
the
there's
main
none.
character is interesting. He's not as interesting, or at least not as immediately interesting as
He's not
yeah,
Ezio though.
Ezio. Like he
Hmm.
was immediately an interesting character, and like I really liked.
Yeah,
That was a big reason why I liked two and Brotherhood is because that character was very well written
yeah,
and it's very
he's
interesting and
terrific.
fun to play as. And Bayek is okay so
He's
far.
such a nice
Yeah,
person. He's such a nice person though. Bayek is really, really like a nice guy.
yeah, he smiles a lot.
Like yeah, like the other assassins in the other games are kind of like,
Moody fuckers.
you know, yeah, kind of on the line a little bit. Like they're not very nice, they're not bad, they're just like on the line.
Dude,
But he's like very nice. He stops and helps little children and people and stuff like that. So
yeah.
he's just
Speaking
like
of
a
nice,
great personality.
one of the things I like the most about this game, it's like a really small little like kind of I don't know Easter egg thing is there are cats in the world like just around
Yeah.
and for
Hmm.
some reason they just come up to you and they want to be petted and then you can actually pet the cats, which is awesome
Yeah.
because
Game of the year.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
it pretty much has to be my game of the year on just that principle alone, but in reality, I mean it's not going to be, but like that's awesome. Like I took a bunch of photos of cats I
Yeah.
was petting them and stuff. That was cool.
The photo mode is fantastic. Pretty much. It's really
It
good.
is cool. I
I
don't know
just
where can
wish
you
more games had that though. Photo mode. Sorry.
I was gonna
Was
say
it more games with
Yeah,
photo
most of
mode?
them.
Go ahead.
can you share those photos
Yeah, you
like
can.
on Twitter and stuff?
Well, you can't really share them from the game.
Okay.
Like it saves them to a Ubisoft folder.
Yeah, just
Then
upload
you go
them.
to your Ubisoft folder and
So it
share
has
them from there.
okay, because there's a screenshot folder, and then I guess there must be another folder for the photo mode folders.
Yeah, Ubisoft screenshots, blah 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 blah, something
Okay.
like that. So I don't know how to do it on PS4 though. Probably saves them to the regular screenshot thing on the PS4. So
What are you playing it on PS4?
I started on PC, then I got my PS4 Pro, and I said, "Fuck it, I want to see how this looks in
Oh,
HDR." So
Okay.
I bought it, and I restarted the game again
Mr. Double Dip
from the
for
start.
you.
Yeah, that's me buying the
I
game
know you done
twice.
that with Fallout 4 as well, didn't you?
Oh
Yep.
shit! Fucking hippo was attacking me.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, those fucking animals come out of nowhere, and
well,
it's pretty
I mean,
much
it
like
doesn't
Far
help that I
Cry.
have
They
no
just
sound
jump
on
on
right
you.
now. So, oh, they're level
Yeah.
one. What the hell? How was that? That was a level one hippo. How was that possible?
Just slash and it'll be dead pretty much.
Yeah, I should.
The tigers and the
Oh, there
jaguars,
are.
and
I have not
they're
seen any
really
tigers yet.
no,
I've
you
seen
haven't seen them.
leopards and lions,
Yeah,
hyenas. I haven't seen any tigers.
crows
Yeah,
attack
there's
you
like vultures
sometimes.
and flamingos and
Vultures and yeah, but vultures, yeah, not crows.
Flamingos, jeez.
yeah.
But I mean, this
It looks
game
really
to
really
me,
good.
it
Like it,
looks
the world
it
the world
fantastic.
feels alive. Like doesn't feel dead. Like it feels like there's all the wildlife and then just the trees and the grass and all the natural
I
elements.
think it's just a little too alive. Like,
Hmm.
there's too many people in the streets
I guess
when you go into
I don't.
cities.
I mean, I
You're trying
sometimes
to ride your
yeah you
horse
can
and
like they don't get out of the way and you like end up running them
yeah,
over. But
and then it says you're a magi. You're supposed to protect the people. Yeah, but just stop jumping in front of the
Stop getting in my
horse.
yeah,
way.
Yeah, yeah, but I really, really, to me, well, my personal opinion, I really love this game a whole lot. Like I, for buying it twice, I gotta really love the game, I guess. But yeah, it's probably it's pushing really hard for top spot my game of the
hmm.
year. To be honest, I really love the game. I love Bayek. I love I don't know, something about his personality. It's really friendly and it's really cool. I love the like cat outfit that you get for fighting in the at one point they give you a cat outfit.
Oh, that one.
I've been
Yeah.
wearing that for the entire time. Yeah. And I think you get more cats to come and see you if you wear that.
Oh, okay.
Like
That's
I had
cool.
like 20 cats around me when I was wearing that armor
Game of the
at
generation.
one point. Yeah. So it's like Catwoman or something. I don't know. But having all the cats come up to you. I don't know. I love the scenery. I love the setting. I think the like the whole Abstergo stuff is not intrusive
It's like
like it was in the other
barely
games.
there.
Yeah, it's barely
Uh,
in the game, so I think that's pretty cool.
Was it there in Syndicate?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
So then I
And it's more you get to do stuff as the unnamed person that works for
shit.
Ubisoft, pretty much. Because Abstergo is Ubisoft pretty much in the game, so
Yeez
or a
no.
subsidiary or something. So yeah, well, I adore that game a whole
I
lot.
know you really liked Syndicate as well, so you did.
Yeah, but not to this
So
point
so
though.
this
I
is
think
better. This is better than Syndicate then.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, far and wide better than Syndicate.
I'll
It's way
probably get it
more
in the new year now, but
expansive.
like I said, I'm too busy focusing on two RPGs at the moment. I kind of want to play a good chunk of them. So this
Yeah, I think the loot aspect also adds a new like a new little incentive to go and do some side stuff
Yeah.
everywhere, like to get some loots and some get go some to some garrisons and find a treasure over there and all that stuff. So I think that's really cool. I really enjoy the game a whole lot, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean I like
So
it.
I'm
It's
glad
it,
you're
it probably will
I'm
be on
glad
my
you're
top
liking it.
10, but it's not like definitely not game of the year or anything.
Yeah, I'm glad you're liking it though. That's good.
One other thing I was gonna say is Bayek doesn't seem to be quite as nimble as at least Ezio.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
the
Yeah,
way he
yeah, you're right.
when you're doing the climbing and stuff, he seems to take more effort for him to do it, and it's not as quick. Um, it's
Hmm.
almost kind of stumbly or clumsy, sort of. I mean, he still
Yeah.
gets the like he can climb, but it just doesn't feel as natural or as like
Well, I
Ezio.
think it's because it's origin, like the origin of the like the assassin order, I guess. It's pretty
Could
much
be. I mean,
the, you know,
he
they
does seem
won't be
like a
as,
bigger guy though. Like he just seems to be
yeah.
more like
Yeah, and like, how,
muscular.
do you know how old he is in the game?
No.
I would probably say going by what we know of him, he's probably what, 25, 26,
Okay, so in his
maybe?
20s then.
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah. Definitely no more than like 30.
No. And it's like what 46, between 46 and 49 before Christ
Okay.
or something like that. So it's the earliest Assassin's Creed game that has been released. So
Yeah, like the first
you
one
know
was
maybe.
set in, was it the 11th century or the 12th? I think it was the 12th century.
Yeah, something like that. So you get the origins of the hidden blade. You get to know how that whole cutting off the finger, how that came about, which is pretty cool.
Isn't there like feathers stuff in this as well? Which was in
Yep,
like in
there's better stuff in
yeah,
this. Yep.
that was in two. Now I remember it because that's what you had to collect in two.
And you don't have to collect anything in this, which is cool. I think it's better that you don't have
Mm,
to collect everything that
you have to collect
you see.
those little glowy crystal things for something.
Oh, you did the thing that looks like gold?
If you go into
Like it's like
the
a chunk
tombs
of
have
gold?
those like orange crystals.
Yeah,
You collect those, and if you collect all of, well, I don't know how many there are in the whole game, but I know if you get 50 of them and you go to a certain place, then you get something pretty cool.
yeah. Is it the outfit that Eduardo posted on Twitter?
I don't know who posted it,
I
but
think it's the
that's
legendary
probably
outfit.
it.
Yeah, I know the tombs are fun.
Yeah, the ones I've done so
The
far are
tombs
pretty
are
cool.
cool. Yeah, there's tombs in this a little bit like Tomb Raider. So
Yeah, I was gonna ask, are there like Tomb Raider then? Like, they have like they have puzzle
They
elements or
are,
just
well,
like
the first one,
yeah,
yeah,
they are. I did one where you have to do a lot of like you have to use counterweights.
yeah, counterweights
yeah,
That
and
was kind of
that's
tricky to figure out. So yeah, there's definitely puzzle stuff.
yeah, it's something definitely out of Tomb Raider, the modern ones at
yep.
least anyway. Well, I think that sort of stuff was in the originals as well, but yeah, definitely. That's good to know. Like, I'm definitely gonna try it though, because I heard a lot of good things about this game. Like, I'm sure, I think the year off probably helped a bit
Oh
as
yeah,
well,
it
because
helped a lot.
I wonder what this been like if it came out last year.
I don't know. I don't know how it would have ended up, but it's cool that they took an extra year to like I don't mind if they go like 2 or 3 years without releasing another one. Take their time and make it, a good game
Well, that's the thing,
as
though,
this one
because
is.
the first and second one came out 2 years apart, and then since then it was like every year until 2015.
Yep.
Hmm.
So
Yep.
maybe they should just go back to the every 2 year cycle, because they tend to do that with
Yeah, do like a
most of their other franchises, like Far Cry, like every 2 to 3 years. So
yeah, like one year release Assassin's Creed, next year Far Cry, next year, Rainbow Six or something like that, and go from do it like that. I think it would be the better thing to do in their case, but yeah, really good game, really cool. Speaking of another Ubisoft related game, Derek, I know you finished Fractured But
Oh,
Whole.
yep. Yeah, and I traded it in along with Wolfenstein II the other day.
Okay.
yeah, that's definitely a good idea with the ladder.
Yeah, South Park. I don't like the story or the humor as much as the first game,
Hmm.
but I love the combat and the customization options. Like I wish I could take that and put it in the first game, and then it would be like top three
Yeah,
game for me.
it would be great. Hmm.
Um, yeah, I finished it. I did. I did like like I guess I technically did most of the side stuff. There probably are a few things I didn't finish, but it was probably 20 hours or so. And, like after I finished it, I was like, well, I like the game overall, but it's not something I could see myself playing again ever. So I just traded it in.
Hmm.
I figured might as well get something for it. Um,
Did they announce DLC for
I
that
mean
game?
there is, but I don't. I'm good with that. I
You're
don't
not
care
interested.
that much.
Okay.
Unless you really love the game, then you don't really care.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a solid game. They took the combat from the first game and they added a lot more strategy elements to it. So you can, well, there's like different classes for your characters, and eventually you can switch up between all of them as you get later on in the game. So there's a lot of customization options there. It's still turn-based, but it's not like the Super Mario RPG or Paper Mario turn-based. It's kind of like a grid system where you can move around everywhere, and your character's attacks and like how far they move are based on the squares. Like some characters can do an attack that covers like an entire line of squares. Some of them do like an attack that's like 6 squares in front of them, or some of them are like on one side of the field and then they can attack all the way on the other side of just one square. So there's a whole bunch of different customization options there, and then there are like area of effect attacks that'll take like a turn or two to power up, and they'll show you like where those squares will hit. So if you're fighting an enemy or like a boss or something, you're gonna want to move out of the way so you don't get hit by that attack. And so that, like, just the combat itself was a lot of fun, and that was kind of what really pushed me forward, is getting different abilities and um, getting all the costumes. All the costumes don't really, the only thing they do is it's just cosmetic. There's no actual stats to any of them. But it's fun just to, like, see all the different like costumes and stuff that you can use. Um, and it does have the like puzzle kind of elements like the first game, where you get certain powers and you have to use them to open up certain areas on the map and that kind of thing. Those are pretty funny. I won't spoil those, but there are four like main powers you get. And well, I guess the first one is you get kite, human kite. That's Kyle. Yeah, I think that's Kyle.
Hmm.
You can like jump on or climb on his back, and then he'll fly up to different areas, and that's like the first power you get. Um, but there's two or three other ones that are really funny that you can get that I won't spoil it for you, but it's pretty funny. Um, but yeah, the main story is not really that good. Some characters are absent, like Mr. Garrison's not in it at all. Um,
Okay.
and it seems to follow more of the more recent South Park storylines, which I haven't really watched much of it in the last like year or two. Um, so yeah, I mean, it still looks really good. It looks like you're playing, the show for sure. It looks great. So I don't know if you're looking for a really like a game that if you just want like a good combat system, like this is definitely for you. But if you want like a really good story and if you want it to be really funny, then it's not really that great. So
Hmm. That's kind of why I didn't get it during the Black Friday stuff. Like you said that the story wasn't that great, and I heard other people say the same thing. So I was like,
That was
I don't
pretty
know.
much the reason why I stuck with Final Fantasy 13 back in the day, was the combat, because I didn't really care too much about the story and the characters that much. So maybe
Okay.
I'll probably get this sometime down the road. Like, say, I really liked Stick of Truth as well. I really liked Stick of Truth. I played a lot later than you guys did, though, but I definitely
Yeah.
enjoyed it. I'll definitely get this, when it's, probably £15 or less.
yeah, I mean it's worth
Yeah.
playing. It's just not something you can play anytime soon.
It's not essential yet.
It's definitely better than
Wait for
it
us.
seemed like it was going to be with a lot of that Ubisoft E3 stuff that just looked like kind of cringeworthy when they had this on there. It was like
Yeah.
kind of worrying, but no, it's not. It's not bad at all. Um,
Well, that's good.
then the last game I guess that I'll talk about is Wolfenstein II. Uh, I bought
Yep.
I bought that at the same time that I bought South Park. It was buy two get one free at Target, so I bought
Hmm.
Those two games. Then I got Kingdom Hearts, some collection on PS4 for that was a free game. So um,
What, the 2.8 final chapter prologue or the 1
I
1.5 and 2.5 HD
I think it
remix?
was the 1.52. To be honest, I thought there was only one on PS4. I didn't know there was two. So
No, no, that was the one that was on PS3 originally, and then it came on to PS4, and then it's that other one, the 2.8 final chapter prologue, I think it's called.
all right. I think the one I got is the first game like redone or whatever.
Yeah, the first and second games
I
redone,
think that's what it is.
and like the fucking I forgot shit. Go ahead, sorry.
So anyway, Wolfenstein 2. Um,
Yeah.
I think
the
I
story
think
is
yeah.
really good. Why what the hell? Why can I not use my freaking bird? Where did he go? Weird.
It's
Oh yeah, we
singing.
forgot to talk about the bird. Like that, I like that part of the game a lot. Like you can scout ahead with your falcon or hawk or whatever he is, and like
Yeah, it's like a
identify
drone.
Yeah,
targets and stuff. That's really cool.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
like
that a lot.
yeah,
the Tom Clancy bird.
yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
We
It's
can scout.
basically a drone in Egyptian times.
Yeah,
I guess
exactly.
so. Yeah. Um,
Little drone.
yeah. The story in Wolfenstein is really cool, and then there are some moments where you get like certain powers. Like that part of it's really fun, and the fact that you can actually get all of the powers, even though you only had a choice at the beginning. That's cool. They're not
Hmm.
ultimately they're not that great overall, but some of the like the bonuses that you get are nice, like the extra health
Yeah.
and then like the extra regenerating armor and that stuff. That's helpful a lot. Um, but like everything else, like the combat and the guns, just are really pretty bad. Like you
Oh,
die
I
way
agree,
too freaking
100%.
easy, even on like the normal mode, like the default setting. You die in like it seems like you could die in like a couple seconds, and you
Yeah.
there's no sense of like when you're taking damage in the game, which is kind of weird. Like it,
Yeah, it just seems like you're just walking all of a sudden like you're just getting hit. It's like where am I getting hit by? And then all of a sudden you're dead. It's
hmm
like I didn't even know where the fucking guy was. I just got killed because it didn't wasn't quick enough or something.
yeah,
Like I like I said, I had big problems with the gameplay in this game.
yeah. And the
More so than
guns, like the guns, don't
more
feel
so than the first
powerful at
game.
all. They just feel kind of weak overall. Like it's not fun shooting anything. It's,
Basically, yeah.
Hmm.
Whenever I had the opportunity to get one of the heavy weapons, I pretty much just used it because that was the ones that were actually doing the damage. Whereas most of the other stuff was like, hey, basically, fucking bullet sponges the enemies were, where they take like half a clip or so to
yeah.
take down, whereas they can take you down in a matter of moments.
hmm
Yeah. For the very little that I played of that game, I played on the easiest difficulty level. Like I tried on the second easiest and got killed pretty quickly. Especially at the very beginning when you're in the wheelchair and you don't have much of anything.
Oh, okay.
I was like, yep, fuck this. I'm putting it on the easiest fucking mode. I just want to see the
That
story.
was
I don't
actually one of the
care.
easier parts of the fucking
Yeah,
game,
I
to be
thought so
honest, for
too.
me. The wheelchair stuff. Like if you thought
Okay.
that was hard, holy fuck, you ain't seen
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I know it gets very
So
difficult.
because of that, I
Uh,
basically played it as stealthily as I could because you can kill stuff in like, one hit that way. So
mhm.
I pretty much save scummed my way through that entire game. Like if I got
I
spotted, I
was
was like, "Oh, reload." And then
Yeah, that was I
Yeah,
was pretty much the same way. I saved a lot in that game as well. It was
yeah.
just okay after every
that's really
character I would
crappy to
save.
play a game
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
way.
but
especially
it was their fault for making a game like that. There were
Yeah, I know. I know.
like the people
I know.
going on about it's a narrative reason. Yeah, I can understand because the fact is he's fucking a cripple. He's in a wheelchair. Therefore, you only have like half health at the start, and you don't get like full health until like a ways into the game. But still, that doesn't
well,
make
yeah,
it
the
fun.
story reasons for that definitely do make sense. But even after that, it's still fucking hard. I think it doesn't change at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it helps a little bit, but
Yeah,
ultimately it's not like that much of a difference.
Hmm.
yeah, like you can have full health and full armor, and if you get like a couple of guys shooting at you, you can go down in 5 seconds.
Yeah, like those robots will just fucking kill you so quickly.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, like I really enjoyed the stealth kills. Like you like sneak up behind a guy with a hatchet and like cut off their legs, and then they fall down and like stab the thing in his chest. Like that's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
But like
they were pretty
that's
awesome.
like
So
the
they were.
really
Yeah.
only fun part about the combat. Like everything else is pretty bad. I mean, sometimes the shotguns can be kind of fun if you have like a bunch of guys like piled up. Like I know that I took a picture on, posted it on Twitter.
Yeah, I saw that.
There's like
Yeah.
a train that you're on at one point, and guys just come running into the room and just blast them with the shotguns like almost point blank. That's fun, but like most anything else is just not satisfying at all.
Yeah, I think Abby did the same thing.
Oh, posted a picture.
They were
Okay.
all coming in, and
Um.
she shot them all in the door.
So yeah, I don't know. This I got to actually I never finished the game because I got to a point where you have to find a character's arm. It's like a robotic arm that kind of
Oh,
has
Fergus's arm.
has
Yeah.
a mind of its own, and like he lost it or something. And then I knew where it was, and I had found it, and I was like, okay, well I'm gonna go do some more side stuff because there's like these enigma codes you get from killing the commanders, and the commanders are the ones who will call in reinforcements. Like there's a the generals or whatever in the
Yeah,
armies.
commandants. Yeah.
So you use those codes, and you can unlock. You can basically go back through the same areas that you've been in the story mode and get. I guess you don't really get a whole lot. You can
You
find.
just get
Oh, go ahead.
you just get death cards like by killing like
Oh
these
yeah, right. Yep.
commandants.
Because you have like
That's what you
a
do them
bulletin
for.
board of like all the real life Nazi commanders that you can find and kill in the game. But you can also find the other upgrades that way. That's how
Yeah,
I
like yeah, there's
that's
like
how I found them.
yeah two. Yeah, there's one in Venus, and then there's another one. Yes, you go to Venus in this game, but you went to
Okay.
like you went to the moon, I think, in the first one as well. So not surprised to go win the space again.
Yeah, that was one of those moments that everybody was freaking out about. That one was good, but the moment I thought of was actually um, the moment that
But the
leads to
whole
where you have a choice of three things. Like that moment, I thought was better than the Venus thing.
what the whole addition part you're talking about. That's the stuff in Venus now.
Oh, audition. Yeah, no. I think that's.
You're talking about.
I'm talking about the part where you get captured, and then after that whole sequence, you get to choose three items, basically. Like that whole part was really good, I thought.
Oh yeah, that part and the part before the part where you get captured and then that whole sequence when you're in like the courtroom. Oh, I fucking hated that
That was
part.
really
That took me
freaking
a while
hard
to
too.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that took me a while to do.
Yep.
I had to do that like numerous times though.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like okay, I have to keep running and try to get in the cover, and now all of a sudden, oh, I'm getting shot somewhere again. And it's usually get like 9 times out of 10, you're just walking along, and all of a sudden, you just seem to get shoot from behind. It seemed like an enemy just spawned out of nowhere from behind you and shoot at you.
Hmm.
That just seemed to be the case for me a lot of times during this game.
Yeah, it's hard to tell like when enemies are coming at you, or even to hear them.
Like I want to see the story, but the gameplay really turns me off completely.
Yeah,
Doesn't really.
like that's the thing as well. Like a lot of people have been saying though, that's just goes to show how sort of flawed this game is. When a lot of people have said play it on easy, and play through the story, that goes to show like the gameplay. There is people who love this game though, but it's like
Yeah.
yeah, okay, good for you.
Giant bomb people love that game.
Yeah, but like it's the story. It's for the story to play through that game though. Nothing else. The
Hmm.
gameplay, like
Yeah.
if this had the gameplay of Doom, it would fucking be
Yeah.
It'd probably be like
awesome.
game of the
Like,
year material.
yeah, yeah, it'd be top 10
Yep.
game of the year definitely.
Yeah.
That's what I said on Twitter after like was playing through it or finished it. I was like, if this had the gameplay of Doom, it'd be easily been my top 10 of the year, but it doesn't. It's really flawed.
Yeah.
Um, like I remember liking it a lot in the first game though, but I think yeah, it seemed to be like stealth stuff was a lot easier in the first game. And like even though I played on hard and had some problems with it though, I actually found the first game easier and I was playing on a higher difficulty than this game. I was playing this on the second normal. There's like two normal difficulties, and then there's like I think the easiest one, easy, and then there's like Iron Death Incarnate, which is hard, which I played. That's the one I played on the first game, and then
Okay.
there's I think there's another one after that. I forget, or I think I might.
There's
I
like
but there's
6 difficulties or
I
six or
think there's
seven.
six.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like
There's
that,
one
yeah.
unlocked though. It's like was it Mike Lane, which is basically, hey, play this game in one life.
Yep.
Hardcore mode. I say fuck that. Like
Yeah.
I commend anyone who can do that though, but holy crap.
Yeah. Definitely.
With that kind of game, no thanks.
So as I was saying with finding what Fergus's arm. So I found it. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go do some more of these side things, and then did some, came back, and like there was no notification of like what my quest was or what I had to do, and I couldn't find like any of the main NPC characters. There were some of like the
Oh,
side
that's
ones that
bad.
don't really have any purpose.
That's bad.
And I looked it up, and like apparently it's a bug where you have to go back and find the arm, but it's like blocked off, so you can't get to it. So I tried some one of the fixes where you have to use there's a power where you can like scrunch down and like squish your body to get into like very tiny vents and stuff.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to be able to do that to get under like a table or something to get to where the arm is in this air duct. But for whatever reason it didn't work, and I was like, okay, great. I'm not going to wait for a patch. I want to trade this game in while it still has some value, so I just quit, and I was like, well, I'll just watch the rest on YouTube because it's not like I'm really having any fun with any of this combat. So
Yeah, you're pretty much at the last mission anyway, because I think that took place before the final mission on the Osweiser anyway.
okay.
That's the last mission.
Yeah, that stuff he got stuck on, like the thing that happened with him, that was before the final mission.
Okay. That
It's
sucks.
interesting because it didn't seem like the game was ready to end there either. So
No, but I think it was though. I believe that was the case. I
Oop.
think that was before the final mission. Could be wrong, but I believe that was the case.
Hmm. Okay.
So,
'cause
yeah.
I think all celebrating because they got like the codes and stuff like that.
yeah, yep.
I think I was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think I was before the Odin codes from Venus. Yeah.
Yeah, that was when
that
they were all
is-
getting drunk and whatever, and then
Yeah, that is before the final mission.
Did anything happen with the one Nazi character that you recruited into your squad? 'Cause, like seemed like she could be really interesting, but they didn't really do anything with her.
Uh,
Well, I know who that is because I saw I got to that point in the game. Further.
no, not. I don't think so. Not really.
Okay.
I can't remember though, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot of the characters they didn't really do much for me, especially some of the newer characters. Like I didn't
Yeah.
really like them. I know people really like them, but most of them I didn't really like.
Yeah, there's a few good characters though, but like I said, it's just mainly for the story though. Like the story's really, really well done though, and there's certain good moments though. Like I do, like a lot of people talk about the Mesquite, Texas part with the whole flashback sequence. They thought
Well, yeah, that was
well
really
done.
good. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, like the whole the audition part in Venus with a certain character.
Yeah,
I don't know
that
if
just
you
made me
know
wonder
Dennis.
if they just like made that character into like a joke, or if he was really like that in real life, like behind the scenes.
Oh yeah.
That didn't really.
Do you know who it is? We're talking about, Dennis?
No, I don't
Okay,
know.
right.
No idea.
Spoilers here now. Do you want to know, Dennis?
Yeah, sure. I don't care.
It's Adolf Hitler.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen some images of him.
Yeah, there's this part in
Okay.
Venus now where you are in disguise, auditioning for the role of the BJ Blazkowicz.
Okay.
As this like kind of film they're doing, propaganda
Yeah,
sort of film,
propaganda film.
showing him showing him as like a monster,
Mm-hmm.
and he just the way he acts. So he just comes in coughing, and like this other guy's a very Mr. Hitler, and he's like, Mr. Hitler, and he just gets pissed off and then just fucking shoots the guy. Call me man Fuhrer. Don't call me like Mr. Hitler. It just fucking goes crazy and stuff like that there. It's fucking nuts, that sequence though. I really liked it though, and like I liked the whole sequence as well. You know, in that courtroom and the whole sort of sequence that leads up to it as well. Like, I'm sure that was pretty shocking to people who plays. Like, geez, that happened, and then you sort of realize what happens then. Like I said, yeah, but the story is great though. Like the ending though, I just kind of felt the fit. I was like, that's it. That was happens. Okay, I just expected a bit more from the ending, especially the final part. Like when you're on the Osweiser, and there's like this final part, you're like kind of on top of it, and you're fighting all these, you know, fighting all the big, you know, robots and stuff like that, and like that was a hard part as well. And then did that, and then did like cutscenes, and then I was like, okay, and then went to this other place, like, is this the end of the game? And then I was like, did a wee little thing, I was like, fuck, it is it okay? Because like that final part is like, okay, I didn't expect that to be the actual final part of the game, but it was.
Yeah.
I just felt a bit flat, so I did. Just expected a bit more from the ending. But I'm sure there'll be a third one anyway, especially with what happens though.
Yeah, it sounds like they're gonna put Mecha Hitler in it.
Yeah, his first appearance since Wolfenstein 3D.
So yeah, that's. I mean, I don't. I mean, I have other stuff I could talk about, but I think that's plenty for.
That's the major
Those are the most.
major
Those are the
stuff.
most recent games that I've played, other
Okay.
than Monster Strike, which is a daily thing. So.
Your 2014 Gear of the Year.
Yep.
Well, you can talk about Destiny though and the Game of the Year anyway, because I'm sure I'll be in your top 10.
Yep. That
When does the DLC come out?
Tuesday.
It's next week.
Tuesday.
Next Tuesday? Okay.
Are you getting it?
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Oh, okay.
I need to re-download the game. And
Why did you delete it?
but yeah. Well,
oh, yeah,
I don't
you
have
use your
my
PS4 Pro. Oh, yeah, that's right.
yeah.
Yeah, good luck
I don't
with
have
that.
PS4 anymore.
But I'm sure you like what does it? What is your download speed anyway on your PS4?
It's not very high because like yesterday I downloaded YouTube to stream and it only YouTube's not very big and it took me like a minute and a half. So I don't know if it's really because of I think it's probably because of Sony because usually I download pretty quickly on the PC or anywhere else. So
Well, yeah, the Canadian internet.
it's not very fast. Yeah, we have Canadian internet too. So so I don't know. I don't know what the speed is. I know I have more space to put my games now with 1 TB, which would be. I download every game now. I don't buy games, so I download them. Well, I mean, I buy them, but I don't get the physical copy of the game anymore. I just download.
I still buy
So
them for the most part physical, mainly because like they're cheaper and also like there's certain games are like way like 40 odd gigs and it'll take me like several hours to download.
yeah,
Once I get
yeah.
them, it's like screw that.
If I want a game, I just I have the app on my phone. I say, okay, I'll download this when I'm at work, and it downloads because mine is always in rest mode. So
Yeah, I don't use my rest mode though.
No, I do all the time too.
Yeah.
Rest mode. But yeah, if I would have
so that's
gotten South Park and Wolfenstein digitally, I wouldn't have been able to trade them in and
Yeah.
get $48. $48
yeah.
for them.
Well,
So.
yeah. There's
Boned.
you guys trade your stuff in.
Well, I don't usually, but for these games, I was like, I'm not gonna play them again, so I just traded them in. Usually I
use
don't.
that much anymore. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's been a long time since I actually traded in games.
So that's pretty much it. You don't nothing else you want to just sneak in there, talk about, or
I played a little
anything
bit of
else?
Ease 8. The music in that game is fantastic because it's a Falcom game.
Has that patch come out yet?
No, they delayed it to next year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
I like the combat in that game. It's really fun and fast. It's kind of like a. It's not an MMO, but it feels like an MMO in the sense that you're just going around the world and then you're fighting enemies in the world without having to go into like a battle scene. And it's not turn-based; it's real time. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think I'll need to talk about anything else at this point.
No, nothing
No.
else. Okay. I've seen you play like a game. I don't know. It's like some names mashed up together to make a name for a video game. I saw you play that on the PS4. Maga something, or I don't know what it is. Something. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Or it's probably some anime or something derived from an anime or something like that. It's Japanese for sure, because it's like all different names that don't go
Are they
together
English
usually.
English words or Japanese words?
Yeah, they're English words. Yeah,
Well, that
like
could be
mega something.
Ease 8.
Okay.
That could be what that is.
Okay, yeah, I think that is.
You
Yeah,
see it
that's it.
Lacrimosa of Dawn.
Ease is
Yes.
YS, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay, I call it YS.
that's
That's
it's
what
not
was.
pronounced East. Yeah,
Okay.
you see it Lacrimosa of Dawn.
Okay, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I was.
that's the most recent PS4 game I played.
Okay.
And I do like it. I just, got into this. So,
Yeah. So Darren, you want to go next or?
Yes, I have a few games to talk about. I talked about Wolfenstein already, though. I actually forgot to put on my list until Derek mentioned. Like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. It goes to show how.
I
yeah,
don't know what you said there because you
cut out.
cut
Yeah,
out.
I don't know what he said.
Sorry. I was going to say I was playing, like I said, I played Wolfenstein 2, but I said Derek already
Mhm.
mentioned, talked about that. I'll just talk about those. I actually forgot to talk about it. I put on my list of main until Derek mentioned it, though. That's goes
Mhm.
to show how sort of memorable that game was for me.
Yeah.
Completely forgot the thing. Yeah, so I think I sort of already affected my thoughts on that game. That's basically, have our disappointments of the year. That's definitely on mine because I
Hmm.
actually was
Yeah.
looking forward to that game, and it's definitely on mine.
Yeah,
Disappointments of
it's
the
not going
year.
to be on mine because I wasn't looking forward to it at all. Like I saw the trailer at E3 and it's like, oh, okay, that's nice. But because the first game didn't do anything for me at all. Like I played it and it's like it's okay, but I didn't think it was that great. And I do like this game more, even though we doesn't sound like I should, but I do.
Mm,
So it won't be on my disappointments.
nah, my actually disappointments list is going to be like that and another game. That's it for the time being. It's like very little this year. That's going to show how good a year
I've
it
got
was for me.
3 so far.
Three, okay.
Yep.
Well, I know what one of them is, which I'll be talking about here in a
Yeah.
moment. Um, I guess we should talk about a game that you are also playing, Dennis, and actually quite liked. What kind of alternate reality are we living in when Dennis actually plays a Mario game and
Mm.
a Nintendo game and loves it?
Yep, and quote unquote finished it.
Finished it, yeah, got to the credits. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd say Super Mario Odyssey. Yeah,
That's a fantastic game.
indeed it is.
It's
It's
really good.
just it's pretty much my most anticipated game for the rest of the year, though, and I got it, and wasn't really disappointed with it, though. To be honest, though, like it's I just basically said now it's not my game of the year. It was the only game that would knock off my current game of the year. It's close, but it didn't just quite hit that you know game of the year mark for me at the
Mhm.
unfortunately though. But like, what can we say about what like? I like to hear what your thoughts are for a guy who doesn't play a whole lot of Mario games, Dennis. Like you,
Who never plays Mario?
yeah, never plays Mario. Like, what do you like? You think it's a great game though, so that goes to show how magic this
Yeah.
game is when like a guy like yourself who doesn't play platformers or Mario games
I think
really
it's
loves it.
great. Like it made me want to try out Galaxy if I can at one point to see what it's like, because the traditional Mario stuff kind of turned me off after a while. Like the Super Mario Brothers Wii and stuff like that.
Yeah, the new Super Mario Bros. Series.
Yeah, it's like it's just pretty much the same thing, except you get bigger and stuff like that. So this is really like completely opposite to that. You get a Cappy and you can do stuff with Cappy and you find moons and you go somewhere and you're like, oh, I found this moon, but oh, there's a moon over there. Let me go get that moon, and then oh, there's a moon over there. Let me go there. So
Yeah, it's
it's always like something new to do
yeah, it's
all the time.
basically collectathon the game because
Yeah.
there is a whole lot of moons. There's 880 moons all together. Um,
Yeah, and you can buy some, I think, for
yeah,
9.99
to
for
get up to 999, but
to get
I'm
to, yeah.
counting the ones that are on the lists of each kingdom. It's basically 880 overall,
Okay.
which I got every single
I'm really
last.
far from that.
Yeah, I got every single last one of them. So
Hmm.
I've quote unquote completed the game.
Okay.
Although I did that there, I posted that picture, said all moons obtained, and then Mike tweeted me saying, "Are you going up to 999?" I said no. I said there's actually another ending if you do. He's like, okay, I didn't know about that, so I have to do that
Yeah.
now. I like played a 4
I,
bit there, like Go ahead,
I
Derek.
heard I heard about the other ending, and it's not really that great. Supposedly,
Yeah,
it's not really what
yeah,
I would consider an ending, but I won't say
yeah. I think
what
it's
it
just
is.
yes, yeah. I just probably do it anyway, but like I'm saying, I'm not in a rush to do it now. Like I felt, like I said to myself, I'm gonna get every single last moon in this game, proper moon, and that's what I did though. Like I've done that. I've done that for every single Mario game, on like home one, 3 Mario game. I've gotten every single thing except for Sunshine,
Yeah.
um, which to me is the worst of the 3D Mario games, and despite what people say. Like watching Steal My Sunshine goes to show how flawed that game is. Like the camera
Yeah.
stuff is really bad. Like the controls are not the best. But when you play something like this and games like Galaxy that came out after it, they just show how flawed that game is. In that
That's the last Mario
sense.
game that I've actually played any bit of at all. Is that one?
Oh,
Yeah,
Sunshine. Yeah, that's a
I
shame though
played it
because it's
at
got that.
before the GameCube came out. They had like a promotional tour around the country where you could go try out the games and stuff. I played it there like a whole bunch, but that's like the last time I played a Mario game.
Did the Giant Bomb Crew finish
No.
the game?
Well,
They have finished it,
well
but
they
they haven't.
yeah. Go ahead.
So they have finished the game. Like they did the final boss with Bowser, but they haven't got all like the shines. They said they're going to get the 96 shines. Like there
Oh,
is,
really?
yeah, there is more
Okay.
than that. There, I think there's 120, maybe more. Like, but they're getting just all the ones that are obtainable. Like the rest of them are all like the blue coin stuff they've been getting. Like some of the blue coin stuff they get around some of the areas. I think that's how you get the rest of them. Like I said,
Hmm.
I never did that there because I didn't really like. I liked the game I got when it came out though, but I enjoyed it though. But it's like it wasn't one of those ones where I,
Is it the worst one?
yeah. Say I think it's the worst 3D Mario game. And to say
Okay.
like, Super Mario 64 is better, but like going back to it now, it's not as aged. It hasn't aged really great either.
Hmm.
Um, but like I'm sure if you go back
Fuck,
to
I'm gonna
it
die.
and play it, then it's probably better to play it than Sunshine. So
Yeah.
it'd be. Um, but anyway, back to Odyssey. Um, it's just another great Mario game. Like they haven't been like bad Mario 3D games like in ages though. Like
Yeah,
just
exactly. This.
Like Galaxy, I absolutely adore the Galaxy games.
Hmm.
3D Land on the 3DS was great. 3D World on the Wii U was great, and then this is the sort of next one after that, and it's fantastic. It's just an
Hmm.
absolute delight to play through. Like each of the kingdoms you go through are so like some of them are more
Fuckers.
memorable than others. Um, like a lot of
Yeah, they're
people,
different.
yeah. There's some of them, like I said, some of them are not like that. Lost Kingdom one is like very small. It's like
Yeah.
okay, that could have been a bit bigger, I guess. Like there's just some of them.
There's a snow one that's not very big.
Yeah, that's not huge either.
Yeah.
Shiveria, like some of them are just like like half the size of others. Like New Donk City's pretty big, which is like
Yeah, New York City is pretty huge.
a lot of people's favorite one. I actually am biased towards the Luncheon Kingdom. I really like that one.
I'm biased to the one with the tropic one with the sun and all
Oh,
the water.
the Seaside Kingdom.
Seaside game. Yeah,
Yeah,
I love that one.
yeah, I like the Luncheon Kingdom. I just love the way it looked. Just the
Yeah,
when you go to
that's a nice
the
one too.
area with the with the tower of fucking vegetables and all that. I just love the different colors.
Yeah,
Just really
that
nice,
was
so it
cool. Yeah,
is.
it's a
And
beautiful game
yeah, it
also.
is a
It's
beautiful game,
really
but like that's Nintendo for you to do that. Their
Boom.
art design is just
yeah.
fantastic.
Sorry, I just killed.
I just love her getting like vocal updates on
Getting
Assassin's
the
playing
commentary.
Assassin's Creed.
I killed one of those. However the fuck you pronounce that.
Phalanges,
Yeah, he's like
phalanx.
3 levels above me, and I killed him. So
That's good loot.
I haven't looted him yet because I'm getting attacked by other people.
Okay.
Sorry.
I lost my train of thought now. Thanks. Sorry about that.
I really enjoy. I really like the kingdom that you get after the credits.
Oh
I,
yes.
should we spoil it or should we talk about it?
I kind of knew it though beforehand. Like I was saying,
Yeah, me too.
I
I
not.
found the door. I found the portal to which
Yeah,
brings
well,
you to.
that's the thing. Yeah, the actual if you watch that video that Brad, the guys did on Giant Bomb like a
Yeah,
month or two ago, it pretty much spoiled it anyway. It's like okay, you go there.
yeah,
Well, spoilers here. You go back to the Mushroom Kingdom, kind of like
yeah,
very reminiscent of Super Mario 64, and like
yeah.
the moons and you get in that area are not moons; they're actually stars.
Stars.
And
Yep.
if you get a star, it basically plays the little wee chime, the wee little jingle that you get from collecting a star in Super Mario 64, and
Yep.
you can get the actual Super Mario 64 suit in the
Hmm.
shop
Yep, that's
afterwards
cool.
as well, which is pretty
Yep.
cool. Like, there's just a whole lot of nostalgia as well. Like, there's some of
The suits in those games, yeah, the suits in this game are amazing.
yeah, some of them are like
It's one of the best parts of the
throwbacks.
game.
Like you can have like Dr. Mario. Like there's like a Diddy Kong suit as well. There's like you can get
Mario Maker
yeah the workshop
suit.
one. You get like golf NES golf
Yeah,
Mario. You get like you can dress up as Wario and Waluigi and stuff like that. There now is pretty awesome.
Luigi also. You get the
Yeah,
Luigi.
Luigi one as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people contemplate is there going to be DLC in this game that has Luigi in it because Luigi is nowhere in sight in this game.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Like he's the only one pretty much that we don't see
Yeah,
in the game.
yeah. But also, Bowser Jr.'s not in it either.
No,
So I don't.
it's the what's Bowser's gang called? The
Well, they were originally his Koopa kids
yeah,
back in the day, though. But after Bowser Jr., they're just basically the Koopalings now.
yeah,
Yeah, like Lemmy Cooper and Wendy O Cooper and all that. They're not in it either. But they weren't. Were they? They weren't in 3D World now, were they? I forget. I think they were. No, they were. They're in it. They're in definitely a new Super Mario Brothers Wii now. I remember it now because I played through that game and fully completed it. And
mhm.
definitely, they were definitely in it now.
I mean, there are two parts for me that hasn't played all of the Mario stuff, but there are two parts that were very nostalgic, like the part in New Dog City when you get all the musicians for Pauline,
Yeah.
and then you do the musical number.
Yeah, that's definitely just yeah, like if you play through like one part and don't have like a little wee smile or like a little wee grin of just sort of joy playing through that part, it's
Yeah,
like there's something wrong with it. Just so fun, and just like the whole musical number, Jump Up Superstar, that is just awesome. That little sequence, so it is.
yeah,
Um,
very reminiscent of some stuff.
yeah,
Actually, old school.
yeah, just old school, little wee, yeah, exactly. Just goes to show, like, yeah, 30 odd, 30 odd years, and still
Yep.
going strong.
Even before that, because Mario was in other games before he was Super Mario.
Yeah, I'm talking about that 30 odd years. Like,
Donkey
yeah,
Kong,
like Donkey
everything.
Kong and, Mario Brothers are not there yet.
Punch
But,
Out.
yeah, Punch Out came after Super Mario Brothers,
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
so
I
it
forgot.
did. But yeah, like Donkey Kong was like the first official. He was known as Jumpman back then, but that is like his first
Yeah,
sort of appearance in a Nintendo
they
game.
call back to that when you do the jump rope stuff in the
Did
in the,
you
the
did you get
jump man.
100 and that?
Oh no, I got like 5. I just couldn't do it. There was a fuck it. I can't
Yeah,
do this.
I got to
Who
like
who is it?
What? Go ahead.
Mike got what 200? How much did Mike do? 200 something
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember.
at jump rope? Like Nate posted Mike at the very top of the list of all his friends. He has like 200 something jumps. I was like, oh my God,
Yeah. Like
how the hell
it
did he do
gets faster though, but like it does get faster every five, but then it just stops at a point after 50. It just basically goes the same speed and just basically just time it down, right? And
Yeah, but you have to be really in the zone to.
I got to like 100. I think it was 150 or 180 something. I think. Like you have to
Yeah.
get like there's two moons tied to that one where one I think you have to get 50 or something, and then there's another one at 100,
Hmm.
and then there's
I got the volleyball ones. Those were easy.
yeah. Although I just find that a bit tedious though because the first one was like 15, and then the next one was like 100. It's like geez, you had to do that for like ages then before that.
Yeah,
Whereas
that was long. Yeah.
yeah, like at least the jump on one was a lot shorter, where that one you
Hmm.
had to go through like a few minutes to do, and that was pretty
Yeah.
annoying. But yeah, like I said,
The
just a lot of it's just a collectathon that game though. Like there's some of the moons are just like out in the open. It's like okay, just like there's one there moon I can get that. There's another moon there out in
yeah,
the open.
step on something, comes on
Yeah,
the ground. Okay.
it's just stuff like that. And then there's like other ones that are like tricky. Like there's one I had to look up now in particular. It was in the Wooded Kingdom. Like I don't
Okay.
know if you actually went to the like sort of hidden area of that game area.
Yeah, the like dead and in like it goes down. You go down to the
Yeah, like dark
lower
forest.
forest. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's the I forget what the actual name of the moon was, like the name of the title, though, but it was like you had to, those little wee green guys, the little coin catcher guys, you
Yeah.
capture, and then like they spread a lot of coins out. Yeah,
Yeah.
you had to use one of them, and you go over to the water area, and it's something like wee little like leaf or something shining, and you have to shoot coins at it to create like a long tar plant, and then it spouts out
Okay.
moon at the end. It is, and it's like you have to have if you don't have enough coins there, you're gonna. It took like I'd say maybe 300, 400 coins that took.
Yeah, but coins are not hard to
Yeah,
get by in this game.
but like yeah, if you're just starting out though and you're like low on coins, you have to
Yeah.
go and get them though. But yeah, like coins is and that's the one thing I actually like about this one as well is like it's not like lives now. Like in most other Mario games, is basically if you just die, oh, you just lose 10 coins, and like especially like Dennis said, coins are pretty
Yeah.
much on like non-factor in this
Yeah,
game
pretty
because
much.
they're pretty much everywhere. And the fact is, you can get coins, die, start a level again, they're there again. You can pretty much just grind for coins in certain
Yeah,
areas. Like I did get to the
exactly.
9999 max. I actually bought costumes. The only costume I have not got now is the actual one, the skeleton suit, which is at 99999.
Okay.
Um, that's the only like suit I have. I've got every single suit and sticker and souvenir now. That's the only one I've yet to get because I've like bought the other stuff. There's a few other suits I had to get, and I'm down to like 1,000 odd coins now. So
Hmm.
yeah, and of course I have to buy the rest of those moons as well if I want to do the 999 as
Yeah.
well. Um, but yeah,
Yeah, it's
like
a nice a nostalgia trip and some cool stuff in there and good gameplay. I mean, it's really I mean, flawless gameplay pretty much.
yeah,
Like it's just fun to.
it's just there is parts of it that were pretty like annoying. Like you never did it though, but like the whole last there's a few sections where annoying like the when you get 500 moons now you do like the dark there's like dark side and there's darker side moon of the moon, so there is.
Okay.
And like the darker side is basically it's kind of a given now these in modern 3D Mario games now, whereas like the last level in the game is this like long gauntlet level where you have no checkpoints whatsoever and you have to pretty much do it in one go, and if you die you have to start the
Oh
whole thing
boy.
over again.
Okay.
And that's pretty much been there since Super Mario Galaxy 2.
I think that would kill the game for me,
Yeah, like
pretty much.
yeah, especially when you get to a point and you die and it's like, oh, I have to go through this part again. This part's so tedious now. It's just so, elementary for me. It's like I can do this with ease. And like that took a
Mm.
while for me to do. Because there's a part, like most of the like there's you go down, it's like this sort of lava part, and then you go to this other part, and those the things you sort of cap at, and like the wee little kind of spinner lads, and like the big laser circle comes out.
Yeah. Hmm.
It's basically this section where you go on a moving platform, and there's like a bunch of them around here, and then there's little
Oh.
spiky dudes that you fight. Like the first find them in I think they're in the first kingdom or the second kingdom anyway, and like they just keep there's like these little wee platforms. You can't really jump on them because they just keep popping out, and there's loads of them
Mm.
coming out each time, and you have to throw them at those things to destroy them, and like some of them like rebound and hit another one. You have to try to jump up over them, and that can screw you over. Like you can go in that there with full health. Like there's a point in that level where you can get like extra health. You get up to the 6 health. There's certain times like went through that there and fucking just lost like all but like 2 or a couple of health then because I just kept getting hit by the laser. So
Yeah.
and then after the part after that is like you use the wee little wee pecker bird. I forget what they're called. You have to hit these swinging like little pendulum platforms pendulum. You have to sort of hit them and then time them right to jump up. Like I
Yeah.
don't
Okay.
like you don't really play a platform, but I know for certain you would never get that done.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't.
Yeah, like
Is it the one that you have to stretch and brrr, and then jump and plant and
no,
then
it's not
brrr,
that.
jumping?
No, it's the
Okay.
one with the little bird you stick on, like in the Bowser Kingdom, those enemies you
Yeah.
stick on the walls and flick yourself up.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, I thought
With
you meant the like caterpillars.
no, no, no.
No, yeah, that's it. Those enemies, so they are.
Okay.
You use there, but it's not that long a section. That little part is just like a few things, and you just go up though. Like the first time I got to that part, I was like 1 health left, and there's like a heart. I was like, I have to get this heart. Flicked up, I think I got the heart, but I missed the fucking thing on the way down and died. Um,
But you get the heart anyway, so
yeah, but like I
you're
died, and I
okay.
had to go all the way back to the start though.
Okay.
To be honest, after that part, it's not so bad then. There's like
Hmm.
it was a little 2D section after that, and then there's at the end of the game, there's a certain thing at the end of the game where you control a character. You control, spoilers again. You control Bowser. At the
Yeah.
end of the game, there's another section at the end of that that you control Bowser again. Well, actually, you just go, you go through like a painting, and then like you're in this Bowser section again. And luckily, you get full health again, even if you're like 2, 3 health down. You go into that section and you have full health again, and that part's not as difficult. Like that's actually one of the easier parts of the um that
I
whole
love
level.
that when you take control of Bowser, you go like they show you like all the history between
Yes,
Bowser and
but yeah,
Mario.
it shows you the different. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, it shows you like Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 3 and World and all that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome. Just goes to show like the history and lineage of the rivalry between Mario and Bowser.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I just absolutely love this game though. It's just a delightful play. Like the music in it's fantastic. So
Yep.
there's like a lot of people really like the that kind of surf guitar kind of one in Wooded Kingdom, which I definitely agree.
Yep.
It's a really good one. But there is a lot of great tracks in this game though. It's definitely in my top 10 game of the year. It's definitely in my top 5. Not
Yeah,
quite.
it's pretty
It didn't.
could be top five for me.
Yeah, it didn't quite hit the game of the year mark like I said earlier though. But
Hmm.
yeah, just a great game though overall. I really hope there is DLC or something though, 'cause I'd definitely be up for playing more of it.
Well, there is for Zelda, so probably they'll do some
Yeah,
for
like
Mario.
they've done like they did they didn't do one for 3D World, but that game was kind of big on its own. Like this game's big by itself anyway though, because I probably spent maybe 40, 50 hours getting every
Yeah, it's
single
a
moon.
huge game. Yeah.
Although like if you actually play like the main thread of the game, it's not that long. You can finish in like 10 to 15 hours. But if you want to get
Hmm.
every single last moon, it's just very short.
Yeah, if you go off track a little bit, getting moons and stuff,
Yeah,
it's longer.
like there is certain moons and that are really tricky
You
though.
fucker.
Um, And like you say, after you complete the game, now after you get the credits, like you go back to each of the kingdoms, and there's like more moons to get though, because you know those little blocks. Did you see throughout each kingdom? You like hit them, and then all of a sudden like there's more moons. But the good thing about them is they'd basically be marked on the map for you,
Okay.
so they do. And there's usually sometimes you see one says two. Is like okay, there's two moons here, but that's usually those, those little like different sections. You go into a pipe or something or underground or whatever in certain kingdoms,
Hmm.
and usually there's like one moon like at the end of it, and there's like a secret moon somewhere in that area. It's those
But
kind of.
can't you just pay the dude like at the start there that I think you can pay him 10 coins and he reveals a moon?
Oh yeah,
Can't
50
you just
coins. Yeah,
50 coins? Yeah.
yeah. I've done that. I did that a bunch of times. So like yeah,
You
pay
just pay him off and to
yeah,
reveal all the moons.
yeah, show you where some of them are. Like I did that for some of them though. I'm not afraid to say like
Hmm.
sometimes like okay, I want to know. I kind of want to know where this moon is now because I'm like kind of searched everywhere though. It's like usually when it's just like the last few. I just did that
Yeah.
there, and then when it usually says there's no more hints in this kingdom, it's like okay, I've gotten every moon I can get for the time being. Move on,
Okay.
and that's pretty much what I did. Like once I did that, okay, I'll move on to the next kingdom then, and I went back to each of them then to get the rest of them though. Like there's a few of them, yeah. Like there's a few of them you can't get that they're originally there. You can't get though because every kingdom then once you complete the game, like get the credits is like oh there's Peaches somewhere in that kingdom. You get to her, you she gives you a moon, and there's these Koopa race sections. One of them is like a normal
Okay.
one, and there's an extra one then that's part of the moons you get by breaking those like moon
Hmm.
blocks. It's like in a sort of it's the same race though, but it's like harder because there's like a gold shelled Koopa who's like better than the rest, and sometimes you have to
Hmm.
like take a shortcut or something to get to the finish line before him. Most of them they were pretty simple to be honest though. Like a restart a few times though, but they weren't like really hard now.
Hmm.
But like that's the thing. Like once you get to like the game just opens up afterwards. Then once you finish the main story, main thread,
Okay.
there's just loads more to do. Then like how many do you have? Do you know how many?
Well, I don't really remember. I think I have close to 300.
300. Okay. Like there's 250. Yeah, if 250, you got the dark side of the moon. So like if you have more
Okay.
than 250, you can do that there, and it basically consists of a boss gauntlet, which I had to do a few
Okay.
times as well. You basically fight all the brutals again, and then
Well, you get the boss gauntlet on in Mushroom Kingdom that you can
no, I mean
go
like
through.
actual boss gauntlet, like you have to fight them one after
Okay, one
another.
by one.
Yeah,
Okay.
like boss rush mode, pretty much. Boss
Okay.
rush. Yeah, you have to fight them one after another again to each of them,
Hmm.
and then you fight like the boss again. They fought at Bowser Kingdom, like the big like robot thing they were all in.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the thing that sucks about that though is you don't get any health between them. You pretty much have to do that. You only get like a heart at the end, like before like the final
Oh.
one.
Okay.
And that took me a few times as well because I got getting killed. Like it was like that was actually harder than some of the stuff in the final level.
I would probably go around and clean up a couple of moons here and there, but I don't think I would do the boss rushes and all that
No,
stuff. I don't think
like you'd probably go
it's
back
my
and play
kind of
it though
thing.
and try to get some more moons, but you wouldn't go out of your way
Yeah.
to get every single last moon now.
Revisit the first levels a couple of times and
Yeah,
try to get the moons that I missed and everything.
yeah. But like it's just definitely like you could just go back to and try like get a moon here and there like and don't go out of your way. Like I just like I say I just was enjoying it too much. I just wanted to get every single last moon and I did
Yeah.
that. I did it with
Well, Dan got all of them,
yeah.
I think.
I did it with this. I did it with Galaxy 1 and 2. I did it with 3D World. I did it with Superman 64. Got every
Yeah.
single last collectible in those games. I say Sunshine is the only one, and like to an extent 3D Land, even though it was on like a handheld as well, but I didn't get them all in there because I
Hmm.
think in that one you had to go through the game twice completely, I believe, to order to lock the last level.
Okay.
I had to get all the stuff had to be you had to get all like at the flag post at the end. they had to all be golden. You had to hit the top of it to activate it,
Hmm.
which sucked. But yeah, I didn't do that not there because I wasn't going anywhere to get it all over again. But yeah, that's my Odyssey. Talked on long enough. Go ahead, Dennis. You can talk about a game because I bored the pants off you
Yeah,
already.
well, we talked about, Mario and Assassin's Creed, and we talked about Wolfenstein that I played briefly.
How far did you actually
Um,
get?
Hi. Yeah, I was just gonna ask.
I got to, where was I? When you meet the Resistance, I think they're called or something.
Oh, the
And then they come into the house and they start attacking in the house.
Like they were
The
on the
Nazis,
top
I mean.
of some big building or the Empire State Building or something. That one?
like the
Yeah, that
penthouse.
one.
Yeah, the penthouse
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. So
part.
you didn't get
Okay.
very
yeah.
far then.
No, I'm not very far. No, I didn't really
So you didn't even
play
get
a
to
whole
any of like
lot.
the good story moments, really.
No, not really.
Yeah, I didn't
Like
get.
the beginning is pretty like, oh my God, what the fuck? Okay, yeah, cool. But I think it's a lot of shock at the very beginning. Like the whole dog thing and the whole, you know,
Yeah.
it's kind of okay.
I actually want to know: did you guys shoot the
No, I
dog
did
or
not
did
shoot the
you?
dog. No.
No.
I didn't shoot the dog. I tried to shoot my dad instead.
Nah, you couldn't do that. Like
It
I did,
doesn't work.
I did the thing as well. Where just aim
And
at
then
like
just knocks you out and shoots it.
yeah,
Shoots him.
yeah, I just aimed at the wall. So it is.
Yeah, I couldn't shoot the dog.
No, no way.
I couldn't do that. Even if it's a video game dog, I couldn't do it. Yeah.
I'm sure there were people who'd be like, "Yep."
I wonder what happens if you do shoot him.
Probably
If he
nothing really definite, is
turns
there?
on you, or if he still turns on you, or if he
Probably just be the same thing anyway, because his dad's a piece of shit.
like it would go, why do you shoot him? And slap him, slap you
Yeah,
or something.
I don't know. I didn't look it up now.
So I got each year I decide to give myself a Christmas present or a holiday present, and this year I got myself a uh, LG 4K HDR television, and I got myself a PlayStation 4 Pro with
Is the
that.
TV more or less than $2,500? You don't have to tell me what it is, but
It's less, so
wow,
it's way
because I
less than
paid.
that.
That's what I paid for my TV that I still have 10 years from 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know. The TV that I had like from 12 years ago, I think I paid $4,000 for it.
Jeez.
Was a plasma TV. So
That's
yeah,
yeah. That's because that was just sort of the new thing at the time, wasn't it? Pretty much.
yeah, exactly. It just came out,
Yeah.
like just released. It was my TV was so good. Like I gave it to my brother-in-law's best friend because he didn't have any more TV. His TV broke, so it pretty much really like synchronized. I was like, well, I'm selling my other TV, and he's like, hey, I need a TV. I'll buy it. Okay, cool. So he bought my TV. So now I have that, and I bought the PS4 Pro, which I bought the Star Wars Battlefront 2 Special Edition PS4.
Oh yeah, that game. It's been getting all the praise.
That
Oh
game has been in the
shit.
news a lot, even in the like regular news on the TV.
Yeah,
Uh,
jeez Louise, that blew up way more than I thought than people thought it would, for all the wrong
yeah,
reasons.
yep, exactly. So, I decided because I like the design of the PS4 Pro with the it written Star Wars in the front and has the logos on the PS4,
It does look
and it,
nice though. I did see the case you got and the actual that design does look nice on it, so it does.
yeah, it really looks pretty awesome. So I did get, of course, Battlefront 2. Have not played a campaign yet. Have not started that yet. I hear it's mixed stuff about
Yeah, I
it.
heard it's not that great though. It's only like what 5 hours long, 5 hours long, and
Yeah, it's
it's
a Call
kind
of
of
Duty type
it's kind of
campaign.
predictable what happens and stuff.
Hmm. So I'm interested. Of course, I'll play it because it happens between Jedi and Episode 7. So I kind of want to see what happens there. Uh, I have played a bunch of the multiplayer, and I quite enjoy it, to be honest with you. I kind of it's not Overwatch, of course, but you know, it's
Nothing is.
nothing is really. But yeah, it's I quite enjoy what it actually is. I'm not too shabby at it also, so you know, it helps a little bit to gain a little bit of confidence. Like I do the huge 40 player ground battles, you know, like Hoth and Jakku and you know all those places from the movies, Tatooine and all that. So, you know, it's pretty much capture a point and then or defend a point and press on or defend another point and stuff like that. So it's pretty much your standard Battlefront stuff that you get in this game. But yeah, it's fun. And as for the loot crates, the whole loot crate scandal that happened with that game, uh, I know they fixed it, and I was not going to get that game at all when it released and had the loot crate uh, formula that it had when it released. I was like, nope, fuck this. I'm not getting this game. And I love Star Wars. I absolutely adore Star Wars. So anything that's Star Wars for me is cool, you know. So I was like, I'm not getting this game. They're not gonna get me with this. But they finally decided to, you know, adjust the loot crate stuff. So it's not that much better because it's pretty much um, like the luck of the draw. You can get crap. Like 95% of the time, you'll get crap, and you'll get maybe once in a while a good thing that you can, you know, put on your your specialist or your, you know, your sniper or whatever. And it's really, really random. It's completely random. There's some heroes that I don't have yet. I haven't unlocked. I don't have Vader. I don't have Luke.
Of course you
I
don't,
don't have
because you have to
Yoda.
grind forever to get them, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. You have to be certain level of this character to unlock this character to play with. But if you play Heroes versus Villains, you can get a couple of them that are unlocked. So I think that's kind of dumb. But if you play the regular like ground battles, you can only play as a character that you've unlocked or that you have in your stuff. So I end up playing as Rey or Lando Calrissian or Boba Fett or you know depending on what team I am. So and what's a little jarring is that if you're playing a game and you're on Hoth and then you see Rey appear from out of nowhere, it's like, hey, I'm not even in this fucking series, but here I am defending your, you know, or you see Vader on, you know, Starkiller base, and it's like, okay, hey, here I am,
Oh,
you
there's
know,
a map of it, so there is cool.
yeah, Starkiller base, yeah. So I love Starkiller base. That's one of my favorite maps. And there's also the ship from uh well episode 4, I guess A New Hope at the very beginning. Like the ship that's all white everywhere.
Oh, the one that's
And
got captured by the Star Destroyer?
yeah, exactly.
Okay, the one that's
Like you
at the
fight your
end
way
of.
through that ship into the Star Destroyer, or you're defending the Star Destroyer or stuff like that. It's
Okay.
really that's cool. That's a really cool map. I like Tatooine. You have to fight in the cantina and the band's playing. So that's pretty.
So Moss
That's
Eisley then.
awesome. Yeah, Mos Eisley. Yeah. Yeah. There's a couple of good maps. There's a couple of bad maps. Kashyyyk is pretty bad. Um, others here and there, but Maz Kanata's castle from episode 7. Don't really like that one. But yeah, all in all, it's I'm enjoying my time with the game. Of course, you come across some guys that probably pay to win, buy a ton of loot crates, and you know upgrade their dudes. So sometimes they'll come across a guy that
Hasn't that been
has
removed though? Hasn't that been? Wasn't it removed though when the game came out though? The whole microtransaction
yeah
stuff.
you can't buy what how can I say you can't buy your loot crates you can
You
with
can,
real money.
I said you can't buy them per se at the moment, but you can still get them via like credits and
Yeah,
stuff like
exactly.
leveling up or
But
whatever in the game. Okay.
there's some people who spend ridiculous amounts of time playing that game. Like it's like Call of Duty, it's like Battlefield or whatever. Like people who play that game for ridiculous amounts of time, like us with Overwatch, I guess.
Well,
But
more you
yeah,
than me, than be honest. So like you played a lot
yeah.
more Overwatch than I did.
But they play that game and they get better stuff and they craft better stuff and they can pretty much destroy you. Like sometimes I play a game, I'll be lucky to get like 15 kills, and then I see the guy at the top of the thing, he has like 54, 56 kills or something like that. I'm like, holy crap, okay. I'm lucky to get a hero per game if I can get, because it's like 6,000 battle points or 8,000 battle points to get Yoda or Ray or stuff like that. So, I mean, I rarely get to that point. Like, I get shot pretty quickly. Like, I get 3 or 4 kill streak, and then I get shot immediately. So, I still enjoy it. I think it's Star Wars, so you have all the graphics and all the sounds and all the from Star Wars, so that's pretty cool. I don't like the space battles at all, so don't really play that because it's really hard to control a freaking X-wing or a TIE fighter or something like that. Like each time I take one during a battle, I crash into into a building or something. So, pretty much Battlefield if you want. So, yeah, I enjoy it. I'm glad that they got rid of the whole have pay to win
Yeah, for the time
aspect of the
being,
game.
like they're gonna put it back eventually though, but just took it out for the time being
Yeah, of course they're
to
gonna put
save
it back. Of
face.
course
And
they
I
will.
think I think apparently like people speculate because Disney gave them a right bollocking over it or something.
Disney gave them shit for sure. Like it's supposed to be a game for kids, and you have gambling in it. That doesn't really fly with Disney,
So
pretty
you
much.
one of those
So
people that think whole loot boxing's gambling?
I think if it's paid to win, it's
If
gambling.
there's
Okay.
PvP, you mean?
Yeah,
If you're
PvP.
just
Yeah, if
playing
it's
against
play
the
to win,
computer.
PvP. If you're playing against a computer, it's still pay to win, but I don't think it's as much gambling as it is if it's PvP. Like I bought a ton of loot boxes in Overwatch. I spent maybe what $200.
Yeah, but that's all cosmetic stuff though
It's
anyway.
all cosmetic, so it didn't make me any better at the game, or
Hmm.
I didn't pay to win. I just I wanted a suit, I wanted this, I wanted that, so you know bought some loot boxes to get those things. But to me, that's not gambling really. It is in a certain form. It is gambling, but gambling for me is you you give money and you don't know what you're gonna get at the end, and you don't know if it's gonna make you better or worse than you were before you paid the money. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's pay to win stuff. So PvP play to win. That's what I mean. Like I paid for some stuff in Deus Ex, the latest game. I paid for some, enhancements in that game. So, that's the only time I did that,
Well, but
really.
what in that game in particular, were they like were they like you know what you're getting, or is it like loot boxes as well, or what?
No, it's not loot boxes.
So
You
you pretty
pay
much
for
yeah
the,
you know what you're yeah. So that's like okay, you know what you're getting there, paying for it.
yeah,
Just like okay, you get quicker.
but it is pay to win because I got stronger, faster, and I could do,
Well, pay to beat the
st-
game quicker.
yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I don't know. It's the way it is right now. It's not going to stay that way for sure. Of course, they're going to put the loot boxes back in when everybody's settled and has some good stuff and has played a little bit. They're going to put them back in for sure. A certain aspect of it anyway. They're going to talk to Disney and maybe block it for younger kids or something like that. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's going to come back in some form. But yeah, it's all right. It's not in my top 10 for sure, but it's a good game. It's a enjoyable game, I guess you could say.
Like that was the
It won't
thing.
be in my top 10.
That was the thing though. Back in I was like I think it was E3 or something. They were saying oh about Star Wars, the DLC is all going free, and people were like yay. But then you probably had people
Exactly.
probably should have had an idea though that this is going to be the case. Oh, this is why that this
Oh shit.
DLC stuff's free because of this stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, jeez. Like, I know it's bad though, but like it just as I said before, it just went blown way bigger than a lot of people thought it would though. Like just like the fact is, yeah, like you said,
Yeah.
when it hits the news, like the main sort of mainstream news, then you know it's a big colossal cock up by EA.
Yeah. That's when Disney got on the phone and said, "Hey, maybe you should remove those loot boxes from remove the paying for the loot boxes for that game. It's a child's game. It's Star Wars, you know." So,
Yeah, I can understand having the people be annoyed by this sort of stuff though, but like again, just people being absolute pricks and sending death threats to the developers and stuff like that. They're like
yeah, that's too far
that's
though.
like
They have nothing to do with that at
that's
all.
just yeah, that's not Dice's fault though. It's like a whole EA corporate side of things that had that whole thing. But
Yeah.
people are so small minded. It's like, oh, that must mean it's everyone in EA, all the developers in EA,
Yeah.
Dice and all the teams under EA. That must be their decision to do that there. So let's just fucking send death threats to them and call them assholes and stuff like that for making
Must be
this.
Janina Gavankar's fault
Yeah.
or something that they have that
uh,
stuff. I don't know. It's stupid. The whole death threat stuff is dumb.
but
That's
that's just
people who don't know anything
that's the
about
gaming
anything.
community for you though. Like you know
Yeah.
how much I love video games, but sometimes you just like look at that whole thing and just like I hate being part of this community sometimes because just so
Yeah,
fucking
some of the
toxic.
community is really toxic.
Yeah, like sometimes I could be a bit of an a-hole at times though, but I'm nowhere
Yeah.
near the level of some people online though. Nowhere near the level.
I'm just happy there's no voice chat or like typing chat in the multiplayer in this. I'm really happy there's none of that. So,
But yeah, even
you know,
if you do hear stuff, you just mute it anyway because you don't want to hear it.
yeah. But you don't have any communication or anything. You
Yeah.
can't even play with a friend together on the same team. So, it's pretty fucked up
So why you
on
can't
their part.
you can't set up a group or
You,
something?
you you don't have parties. You can't set up a party. You can't, you know.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that's pretty bad on their part. Like I have two friends that have the game and we wanted to play together. It's like, well, we can't because we can't make a party and we can't join together, so we can't play together, I guess. You can join your friend's party, but you're not going to be on his team, or you're miraculously going to be on his team by chance. You know, if you're playing with 40 people, you never know where you're going to land. So, you know,
Did the first game have that? I think it did.
it did, yeah,
Yeah, because
it
we
did.
played a bit together, so we did.
Yep. I don't know why they removed this from this edition.
To make
It's
way
really
for loot boxes.
yeah, program the loot boxes instead of the chat functionality
Yeah.
in there.
Oh
But
boy.
yeah. It's an okay game. It's not top 10 material at all, not even close. But yeah, I
I'll
still play it on and off.
probably get it once like real cheap in like 10
Yeah.
quid, 15 quid range.
Yeah, I mean, it's Star Wars. It looks great. It looks fantastic. It, sounds fantastic, but it's not really worth paying that price for it. So,
Yeah, definitely.
so I think that's pretty much what haven't been. Well, I played Everybody's Golf a bunch, and that's in my top 10 for sure. Pretty much, maybe in my top five
Oh, really?
because that game is fucking awesome. It is a fantastic game. I love that game so much. Um, I've been playing a ton, and I just hope I reinstalled it. I just hope I haven't lost my progression because I was really far into that game. I think it was level
Did you
6.
put your save up in the cloud?
It's supposed to have saved it in the cloud. So,
Okay.
and I hope the Destiny stuff is still there. I don't want to restart the fucking
It's
game
all serv.
No,
It's on
play with you
server
again.
side.
I'd saved on the server side.
Server
Destiny
side,
stuff,
okay.
yeah.
Phew. Thank God.
No, that's all
Okay.
on the server side. What happened
Thank
to you
God.
getting it on PC?
I have it on PC. I haven't played.
Oh
I haven't
yeah,
played
you
it.
did get it on PC. Okay.
Yeah, haven't
I
played
would
it yet.
get it on PC if you had the chance to transfer your character over.
Yeah, maybe if
'Cause
it
I have
gets
no desire,
cheaper.
I have no desire to go through that game again. Like I'm not like people who I know Derek does it now, but I'm just not one of those people who like play through the game.
60 FPS looks really good.
Yeah, I know it does look great and all that there, but not. I don't like going through that game again. It's like I just want to focus on one character. If I can't do it now, if I can't do it on another platform, it's like, oh, screw it. Too bad.
What's in the DLC? Is it some story stuff?
There's a
Yeah, it's this
there's a new story. Uh,
new planet, Mercury. You
yep.
go to Mercury.
There's,
Okay.
There's new strikes.
I haven't really been keeping up with it as much lately.
There's
Okay.
a new raid thing. It's not like a proper raid.
It's just like
it's in the same.
A new mode or a new section, new boss kind of thing. It's not.
Yeah, there's like it's in the same area as the raid is,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
it's not like completely entirely new raid now.
Nope.
I'm excited to get back into that with the DLC.
I'll just see how I feel next week though, whether or not to get if I'm getting it or not.
Okay.
Cause I don't know. Like I really like Destiny 2, but I kind of like I really have no desire to go back to that game.
You don't know if you're in the mood to
Yeah, the
play some more.
play it at the moment though. Cause like I want to do that. Like I said, I want to do the raid. But then again, like looking at people
What?
spending hours and hours, and I was like, okay. Like I tried it
Yeah.
with 3 random people teams, and I was like, fuck that. It's just like they were going nowhere. I was like, yeah. You just have to be with a
Yeah.
group of people who know what they're doing, rather than 2 people who know what they're doing and everyone else flipping just running around like headless chickens.
Yeah, all my friends that were playing it are fallen off of it, playing the other stuff right now. So maybe
Yeah.
they'll jump back in next week, but I don't know.
Yeah, and there's this whole flipping controversy about the way you get experience now or something as well. Like I didn't really read up on it, just like glanced at it.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
It's just
that's
like the
only
way-
when you get max level. There's some.
Yeah,
Thing,
it's like
like
yeah,
it-
X-Match levels. Yeah, the way like you get the goes like slower or faster or something now. It takes
Oh,
longer
really?
to get like
Okay.
a get to a new Bright Ingram or something. I don't entirely know, but that's kind of
It did seem
what
like
the gist of
it took
was.
longer.
Yeah.
But those are just cosmetic. Well, most of them are cosmetic things. You do get
Yeah.
mods, but
Yeah, but yeah, it's those like ships and your, new,
skins.
mods for your skins for your guns and that.
Hmm.
So nothing else, Dennis.
No, I don't think so. That's pretty much what I've been playing. Some hockey, but whatever. That's hockey.
I actually want to play talk about Shadow of War now. Well.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yes,
that was the
yes,
thing.
yes.
Yeah, because the last time we did a podcast, we were sort of just starting on it, so we like played the
Yeah,
first few
that's
hours
right.
of it though, and then it's been
That
like, what?
game. That's right.
Yeah,
That game was
Okay.
like
I have dropped off that.
that was like your game of
Off
the
the
year
face
for a
of it.
little while there. It seemed like you were like,
Yeah, I completely forgot. No,
Adored
it's
that
still
game.
very good. I still enjoy it. Yeah, I still love it, but I completely forgot about it.
Till
Like
I
it.
said it there.
Yeah, like Assassin's Creed is way better than that, so
huh?
I completely forgot about it. So
Ouch.
Yeah, I dropped off it big time though. Like after
where did you stop playing, Darren? Where did you get to?
I done 3 of the I think fortresses.
Okay.
I believe I overtook 3 of them. I think
Did you
it was-
finish some of the story stuff?
Yeah, I did some of the story stuff, and then
Like you have a couple of quest lines. You have the
yeah, I did some of the quest lines. I got like did the 3rd sort of fortress, I think, and then I was like, yeah, I'm kind of done with this because this is pretty much what I was doing. I was pretty much all you did though. At
It
a
is
point. It's
very,
just
very
rinse and
repetitive.
repeat. It's like, yeah, this is like fun and all, but I don't really want to do this for another 20 hours.
Like I love the gameplay, but there's too much setting up your army and attacking. I think there's too much of that. Like the first game was, you have a little bit of it, not
No,
a
yeah, but
ton.
like in the first game, it was just like 2 areas, and that was it. You didn't have like the whole.
Yeah.
You have to overtake like have an army and like. A
Yeah,
bit
now
of-
there's like
yeah.
6 or 7 of them. It's
Yeah.
like Jesus. Okay.
But there was just like
That's
the
a
one
lot.
sort of nemesis system in that one. It was like no, it was like 2 different tiers one in each area now. If I'm
Yeah.
But like this one, there's like different tiers in each of the fortress
Yep.
areas. Like I did three of them, I believe. I think it was an hour two or three, and that was I was like, I played it for like 20 odd hours. It's like, yeah, I know what this game is about now, so I have an understanding.
Hmm.
I like the game, but it's not in the top 10. But as I
Okay.
say, I just got to a point where I just kind of he just got burnt out. It's like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, I got to that point myself. I was like, okay, I'm kind of done with this. It's like, yeah, it's good, it's fun. The system is still awesome. It's still, some good gameplay. It's fantastic. The whole the Nemesis stuff, and when they find you, and there's more stuff to do. Like there's more missions. Like, but I think it's maybe just a little too much.
Yeah, there's just
Like
too much
too
sort of.
many
Yeah,
things
it's
to
too
do.
many too many systems in it. Though it just becomes a bit
Yeah.
overwhelming in a way and just gets tiresome.
Yep.
Whereas the first game, like I didn't love it as much as you guys did though, but I still enjoyed it. Where this is
Hmm.
just a lot more straightforward.
You haven't played it yet, right, Derek?
No, I didn't.
No.
I mean, I liked the first game, but I didn't like it that much.
Okay.
It was in your top
Well,
10.
yeah, I mean, I liked
I
it,
believe.
but most years I barely play 10 games that are out that year. So just
Yeah, I
keep that in
guess so.
mind.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just hard to fill out your top 10s. Like, okay, what did I play this year?
Yeah,
Okay, this will be in here
Hmm.
by fucking just
pretty
default
much.
because
Yeah,
I play. Yeah.
Yeah. I still need to play a couple of games before the end. One that I'm very highly anticipated that you told me was coming out last week, and I fucking lost my mind
Yeah.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
when I found out. No,
That came out
no, no,
on Friday.
No,
no.
no, I don't think that's completely different game to
I know what
Xenoblade
that
Chron-
is, but no, it's not.
No, it's
It's not
definitely
that
not
one.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2. No, it's it's a game
It's
that I actually gifted
to
to
the
you,
moon
Derek,
sequel.
like several years ago, and you never played it.
Yeah,
Is it coming out on Switch or
it's
something?
No, it's on
not
Steam.
only PC, just a PC game.
No, it's a follow up to the Moon, Finding
Oh yeah,
Paradise.
okay.
I know they're doing one now, and then I say I follow RPG site on
I had no
Twitter,
idea.
and I
I
said,
was like, yeah, that series pretty much dead, pretty much.
and then
I thought it was dead in the water.
no, no, that news. It said, yep, Finding Paradise release date and trailer. I was like, oh, I'll check here. I was like, oh, awesome. I think it's out this next week. So it is.
Yeah, I think it's not called To the Moon either.
No, it's not. It's called Finding Paradise. That's the.
Yeah.
But it is like part of that series, so it is the follow up to the Moon.
Hmm.
Like it's kind of like the same thing, like two doctors or something, and see what this one is. And
Because
like
if you look for To the Moon on Steam, you don't find that game.
no,
You really
it's
have to
yeah,
look for Finding Paradise
yeah,
to find it. Yeah, I can't wait to play that.
yeah. Like that could be a late contender. That could easily
Oh yeah,
be in the top 10 at the end of the year.
if it's as good as To the Moon was, it's for certain gonna be in the top 10,
Yeah,
pretty much.
like that was one of my regrets though, not playing that game when it came out though, because if I did, I would have been in my top 10 easily that year.
Yeah.
But like I played
I
it.
don't know if it's I don't know if it's gonna be a like the first game you didn't have a whole lot to do. It was more of a story-driven
Yeah,
game,
like it wasn't like I said. The gameplay in that game was secondary though. It was like there. It was all right. You just go
pretty
around
much.
and talk to people and these little wee slide puzzles
What
and that
what's
there. But
what's the other game called that was popular? The people from that did Tacoma, Gone Home,
Gone Home.
Gone Home. Yeah.
That's one of those games I still want to play though. Tacoma. I know it's not. I heard it's not as good as Gone Home now.
I actually have it. I bought it. I haven't played it yet.
Okay. Yeah, I want to play like Tacoma. I want to play Par. Although like the thing is though, like the whole that game, the actual gameplay of Par doesn't really look great to me though. That's kind of why I didn't get it when it came out. It's like I'm sure like the whole like story and characters and stuff might be good. Although like I said, I wasn't a huge fan of the story in Transistor now, but I'm sure that side of stuff is great. But
Yeah.
like the actual gameplay aspect of power doesn't look really appealing to me, and that's why I didn't like buy that out at launch, whereas I did
I
with
need
my
to play,
sister.
yeah,
Because, like I
Night in the
said,
Woods.
yeah, Night in the Woods for sure. I love that game. That's definitely in my top five of the year as well.
Need to play uh Life is Strange. The
You
the
haven't played
prequel.
them yet, have you? Not?
No, I haven't played yet. I was waiting for the entire, but then they said, okay, well, the original voice actors are coming back for the bonus episodes. I was like, okay,
Yeah,
I'll
apparently, and
wait.
apparently it's when they were younger that's taking place.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'll get it when it's on. I'll get it during the holiday sale. It was on sale there during that autumn sale, but I'll probably get it during the holiday sale because I think
yeah,
the
but I think episode three's not out yet, right?
no, I'm sure it'll probably be out by then. Hopefully,
I hope so.
kind of sucks though if it doesn't come out like that. That bonus episode's like out early next year. That's what they said. So
Hmm.
hopefully this comes out this year before the year's out. It'll be suck if it
Should be
doesn't.
in December, I'm guessing,
Yeah,
probably.
because the first one came out at the end of August, and then I think the next one came out like October. I think so. It did.
Hmm.
So hopefully it comes out. This comes out in December. I've heard a lot of good
Yeah.
things about it.
Yeah, I heard it was really good. It
Yeah,
starts really slow, but I heard it gets really, really great. So, looking forward to that, to playing that somewhere down the line. Have to hurry up because we don't have much much time left.
yeah. I've gone an hour though, but like I say, I only have a couple of games to talk about anyway. A few more games to talk about.
Yeah,
So,
go ahead.
I went back to Trades of Cold Steel after a few months break because I kind of played most of the other games. I was kind of sort of. I said to myself though back sort of back in August though like I'm I like this game a lot though, but I don't want to spend another 60, 70 hours on an RPG at the moment though. And like there was a few
Hmm.
games coming out that I wanted to play, like Hellblade was coming out and stuff like that. And it's like said that I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna leave this till near the end of the year when I'm done with like the other games, like Mario Odyssey and the like. And I've gone back to it there, and yeah, it's a very good game. I know Derek loves that game, so he does. It was
Yep.
his favorite game, 2015, retroactively.
Hmm.
Um, the guy,
Is
like
this a reboot, a remake, or what is it?
No.
no, it's a JRPG by Neon Falcon. The
Okay, well,
guy.
so you're playing the game from 2 years ago. It's not a release.
Well, it came out on
No,
PC this year.
it came out in PC. It came out in PC
Okay,
this year. I
okay,
got the
okay,
PC version, but yeah,
okay.
it's Derek at the PS3 version,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah, yeah, it just came out in PC this year now, so it did. That's when a lot of Japanese developers been doing that now. Like Nice is putting the Disgaea series now on PC, and Falcom's been doing it for a while with the East series and stuff like that. Now they're putting the Trails of the Sky series as well. So yeah, um, this I just really enjoy this game. Like I really love the combat and the actual gameplay aspect itself. Just really like the battle system. The way it's like kind of you just move around and use different kind of your elements to sort of look at the enemies and see what they're weak against and stuff like that. It's just sort of typical sort of standard JRPG fare though, but it's really good. The last thing I did though, Derek would know how far I am. Like not very hugely far, but I just did like the boss in the second floor of the old schoolhouse in the second chapter. Like the first day, free day you have in it now. That's where I'm at. Just did that and saved it afterwards. And I think I was like played it there was it yesterday or Thursday, so it was about 15 hours into it though. And do you remember what your playtime was?
It was around 70.
So I have a long ways to go then.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah, I did. I
but yeah,
did do
it's
some grinding of levels in that, but not that much. Like not as much as like Persona 5.
yeah you did yeah. My characters are I think are level 14 at the moment, so they are 14,
Okay.
15, I believe.
And I
Um,
did all the side quests because that you get graded on your performance for each quarter a
Yeah,
chapter. It's kind of like
after yeah
because you're in
after
school. Your characters are in military school, but
yeah, you're there. Your characters in the military academy. You're in part of this like new class, class 7, and you're wearing these like cool red jackets. There's like a bunch of these guys from like two different sort of. A few of them are like noble, like higher class, upper class, and these other ones are some more like common guys that've been entered into this class probably because of like certain talents and stuff like that. And like yeah, each there's like I think it's like pretty much the same like this format of each of the chapters. I presume like you have a few free days. Like there's a bunch of cutscenes and and there's a few free days, and you go around and do certain pick stuff up from the student union and do quests there. Some of them are like mandatory, and there's other ones like side quests where you go around like help people from around the town. It's Trista, isn't it?
yeah, that's like the
That's the
main
name of the
town, yeah, or that like
yeah
where your
town.
school is.
Yeah, the Trista or like the actual Thor's Academy itself now.
Hmm.
And some of them are just like one of them that did is like be a tutor for this child, and there's certain parts like they're kind of like certain like in Persona where in like you're in a class, and if you can't answer question correctly, you can you increase your knowledge in Persona. Whereas in something like this here as well, like if you get the correct answer, you get like extra AP. And like Derek said, after you do your two sort of field days, which are like the sort of two things you do, 2 days field study days you do at the end of each chapter, you get graded of all the stuff you did in that chapter. So if you practically did everything, you get the S rank, which I did in my first chapter. I got all the stuff there now, and it's like certain ones as well, like for bosses in action as well. Like you have to do certain things during a boss battle in order to get extra AP as well.
Yeah,
So
sometimes it's you like identify a boss, or if you get them down to a certain health point, because there are some battles where you can't win, but if you get their health down certain like a certain percentage, then you'll get bonus AP. And then there are
like is
social
there
links too,
yeah social links
kind of
yeah,
like
but
Persona.
like they're known as like bonding events in this one where like you only have usually you just have like two. You can go around and talk to like two of them, whereas like one of your fellow classmates or like Sarah, like your
Okay.
instructor, which I did with the with the field free day I was there,
Hmm.
and just basically get like increased. Some of them you get your link increased, which helps you in the actual battle itself, where you can actually link with other characters. And for example, like some enemy might be weak to like your short attack or something, and all of a sudden it has like a like slash on the screen, and you use another character to do like another attack and damage the enemy some more. That's very good. That's definitely very useful though against like bosses in particular.
Yeah. Yep.
And also have like the S break attacks, which are basically if your CP's full, then you do these like kind of auto attacks. They're kind of like the arts, kind of mystic arts in the Tales games, pretty much.
Okay. I
Um,
don't know what that is, but
so yeah, they're like kind of like the sort of ultra attacks in that though. Although I don't know at the moment if you get like better ones of them, or like if there's like a higher version of
there
it though, and
you
later in the
do
game.
get different versions, yes.
Oh, just
Well,
different
like more
versions.
powerful
Okay,
versions, yeah. Like each character. Like you'll
right,
have probably two, maybe three for all the characters at the end.
right, right. I only have like ones for Rain and oh fuck, what's the name of the blue-haired girl?
Laura?
Laura. Yeah,
Okay.
they're the only ones I have at the
Oh, okay.
moment
So
now.
you're
So I
pretty,
do.
yeah. Well, I guess maybe in the first game it
Yeah,
takes a while for all that to get to like go through all the characters and they get their S crafts and stuff.
yeah. But there is definitely characters in this game that I like more than others. Like I don't like Jesus at all unless he changes.
He changes.
Okay, so he becomes
Most
alright
of the
then, I
most of the
guess.
characters develop over the story course of the two games so far. They like
Right.
their personality and their because they're kind of it's like a coming of age kind of story for most of the characters.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
they
Yeah,
definitely learn and grow as people.
yeah,
So
yeah.
who's
Just
your
like I don't.
favorite character right now?
Uh, I don't know. I do like Rain. I like Rain. I like Elliot. I like Gas. I say I pretty much like all of them at the moment, apart from Jesus and Machias.
Oh, okay.
I don't like characters who are kind of a bit like moody. That's why I don't like Squall and
Well, those
characters
two
like that.
characters, they're from like two different social classes, so that's why they're
Yeah,
fighting each other. Like one's like
yeah,
this
they're fighting each
super
other.
rich noble, the other one is like more of like a commoner, although his dad is like the governor for some district or whatever. But that's why those characters like fight with each other.
Yeah, they
But
always. Yeah,
yeah, no, I like all the characters. I don't. There's not really any character I don't like.
yeah, but like I'm probably sure I like them eventually though once I get more into the game
I
and
think you will.
the
Yeah.
second game and that there. Yeah, like at the moment they're the only ones I don't really particularly care of though. But like I haven't spent a whole lot of time in them outside like you don't be with them in your during your first field study
Oh yeah,
maybe.
that's right. You have to,
Yeah,
depending on where you are, you're limited to characters in that game.
yeah, yeah. I think like the field stuff like the actual went to the old schoolhouse and that was the first time it got introduced. Although I think in the prologue that was like he had it there in the prologue sequence, though, but
Hmm.
in the main game itself, that's like you're introduced to the whole. You can switch out a party member or
Yep.
this one during
Yeah.
battle, like so that had like Ray and Gas, Elliot and
Yeah.
Laura, and then had Elisa and support. So it did.
Yeah, you'll get
So
7 characters in your party, like 4 for battle, and then 3 support that you can switch out at any time, and then the support
yeah.
characters will get XP as well.
Oh yeah, that's a good thing as well. I really do like games that do that. There, you can get like if you're not using them in battle, you still get XP.
Hmm.
So they rather than you have to
Yeah,
grind.
Persona
Like
does not do that.
yeah,
Although I
that kind of
think
sucks.
in 5 maybe do you get some? You might get some for the other characters in 5. I don't recall for sure.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, my
yeah,
main party in the Trails games is Reen, Laura, Elliot, and then Emma. Those are like my main 4. And then the support characters are probably Machias, Fee, and then the last one is kind of open, I guess. But
no, I like Laura though because she's actually been very helpful with her attacks though. 'Cause she's been really
yeah,
damaging,
she's like the
especially with some of
strongest
the
physical
deaths.
attacker. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Doesn't like the S breaking out there. Like she is dead. Like in terms of like the actual out there, she's great though. But like in the magic type, magic sense, like the arts she use. No, the arts they use. That she's not that great though.
No, yeah, like the arts
Or
users are
like was
Elliot and Emma.
yeah, yeah. Like I haven't used Emma yet. Though probably I'd say that like the prologue
Oh,
now,
okay,
but in
all
terms of
right.
like
So yeah,
the main
you're
game,
pretty early on then still.
yeah. Like I don't know who I have with me during my next field study though, but I assume it's not the same 3 I had in my
Yeah,
first
it'll be
one.
different. Yeah.
Be a different one. Like, well, apart from Rain now,
Mm.
he'd be still there because he's like the main character. But I'm sure it'll be someone else. Like I'm sure it'll probably maybe Gas and
It'll be
some other
characters you
people.
haven't been with yet. So
Yeah, yeah. Like I say, it was like I just saw Laura and Elliot in their first field study, so it was. So it'd be 3 other ones. So maybe it'll probably be Jesus and Marcus, maybe. Since
I don't
like I
remember,
said,
but
they were sent.
yeah, I think
Because yeah, because
they do end up on the same team when they don't want to be. So that,
yeah, because like the whole thing is like all the party, the group, the other group was such a nightmare, such a disaster, because all it did was go up and just complain to just argue with each other and
yep,
stuff like that.
yeah.
So yeah, I really am enjoying this game, and like I said, that the soundtrack is fucking awesome.
Yep. Yeah, I
Like
listen. It's
every
one
time
of
you
the
go,
few that I actually listen to outside of playing a game. I'll listen to it on Spotify, and I like it a lot.
yeah, like I love. I said it in the I think previously. Like I love that intro tune, Ashita De no Kudo. I just love that. But I do like the music in the game as well. Like every time you go into new areas, like just listen to it, but it's like this is really good. You just realize how great the soundtrack is. Like even little wee normal sort of tunes are really good though, very listenable.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely enjoy it though.
Yeah, and East 8 is
Um,
the same way, and that's also a Falcom game, and the music in that is awesome.
but that's Falcom all together though.
Hmm.
Like they've been renowned for having great soundtracks in the in their games. Like each series has been renowned for having great music. So, like I think probably Trails of the Sky is probably the same way. But yeah, it's Trails of the Cold Steel. I'll be playing more of it over the next month or two, and
Yeah, you're really not that deep into it yet, so you haven't gotten to
yeah,
the point where it's like, where it gets really good, and yeah.
get
I mean, it's good now, but I mean, it gets even better.
yeah. I'm still really enjoyed it though. Like I wonder if, like I really got it because of you going on about it though, like a few years back. Like you even about like a scene on the PC version. So I'm gonna get it though, and like the PC version has like so extra things, like has like the turbo mode.
Yeah, that would be
Like
cool for
basically
grinding.
fast. Yeah, especially it's definitely very useful, especially just traversing the areas as well. Just like just zoom into get to a new and like fast forward between like battles, and you do the skip button anyway. And during battles, like you don't want to watch the same attack for the 50th time. But yeah, it's a really good game, and definitely. Um, I don't know if I can I count it as this year.
I mean, it's on
Because
PC, but
Sure
you
you
haven't
can if it
really.
came
I
out
mean, are
this
you
year.
gonna
yeah,
finish it? Do you think?
yeah, I don't know if I'll finish it by next month. If I actually just play only it now and not the other game I'll talk about in a second, then I probably would have maybe not finish it, but get close to it. But if like that's the thing, like I'm playing this and I'm playing another JRPG, at the moment, which is
I don't
probably
know.
not.
It cut.
Yeah, you're. I think you said
Sorry,
Persona
I'm
5, but I
playing.
don't know what for sure.
No, I said no. I didn't say Persona 5 just yet. I just said I'm playing another JRPG at the moment. I'm playing
You're
two
playing that.
JRPGs at the same time. It's not the best idea, especially
Oh
considering
God,
how
no.
long
That's
these games are. Like Persona 5,
hmm.
Persona games have been well known for being very long.
Gosh.
Like you can spend like easy over 100 hours on Persona 5 and Persona 4 and Persona 3, pretty much. So yeah,
All the personas.
yeah, they're just very long JRPGs though. Because I go through like I said, Trails of Cold Steel. It goes through like it's not as extensive as Persona now in terms like you go through, you're in a school and you go through like days, but they like skip lot of days and stuff like that. You do a field test and then you go skip like several weeks. Whereas Persona 5 is Persona games like you go through pretty much from April to December or whatever it is, and then they skip a few months I think, and then it's like March or whatever.
Hmm.
So it's just very long. But yeah, the final game I'll talk about here is Persona 5. A lot of people really like this game. I was interested in playing it though, and it was on sale on the PSN store like during the Black Friday
Hmm.
sort of sale, and I got it. I got the game of the year, like not the game of the Ultimate Edition, which has like the all the DLC stuff. It was like pretty much the same price as like £40, which I think is like it's pretty much half off. I think it's like 80 quid otherwise. So it was on like the normal version was like 28 quid. So it's just I might as well just get the full for 40 £40. The Ultimate Edition has all the DLC, has like few items you get and like all like the costumes and that there. I've played about 7 hours of it though, and like at the moment where I'm at, like the like Derek talked about during like the last time he was on, he talked about the game, and I'm like still very early on in the game though. I'm still on like the first palace, which are like the dungeons in these games, and I just saved in the floor before like the first kind of boss you can say, the Archangel boss. It's not like the first proper
Yeah.
boss,
So
like the Shadow comes.
you're like really early.
Yeah, I still haven't fought like the main, like the antagonist of that palace. Shadow
It's funny to
comes with.
say. You say, "Hey, I played 7 hours or something," and somebody says, "Wow, you're really early."
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's played both of these games I talked about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about though anyway. So
I just find it funny that 7 hours is really early into a game.
yeah, but that's Persona games. They're very
Yeah,
fucking long.
yeah.
Like, how long did you spend in Persona 4, Derek?
In 4?
And Persona
Oh, in
5?
5.
Or 4 and 5. 4 and 5.
Well, in 5, I probably put about 90 hours in when I finished it, but I did everything, and I did a lot of grinding to get up to like level 99. Did all the side quests. I did all the optional stuff. 4, I guess I don't really remember, but I did the same thing. I know, like I did everything.
Probably been around the same length or
Probably a
maybe
little
over one
shorter,
and a
but
half
Yeah.
anyway.
yeah, probably. I mean, a long time for sure. And I did start New Game Plus, and I played that for another like 12 hours or so, and then I just got to a point where it's just like it was not even fun anymore. Like it was just a grind. Even though I knew what was going
Oh
to
yeah.
happen, and I just, there's so much of it you can't skip, and it just got to be too much. And I was
Yeah,
just
you
trying to
think?
the only reason I was doing it is for the platinum, and I just like, I don't. I'd rather spend my time doing other things than doing this just to get a platinum trophy. It's not hard. It's just time
Yeah,
consuming, is all.
yeah, yeah. You think in like a game like Persona, like a JRPG like this, if you're doing New Game Plus, like they'd have it give you an option to skip scenes.
Hmm.
Yeah, it would be
I
good.
mean, you can fast forward,
Yeah,
which is nice, but it still
yeah,
takes a long time.
yeah. It still takes a while because there is certain scenes in this game that like I only played it for 7 hours, but there is certain like sections that go pretty long or pretty dialogue heavy.
Yep. There's
Like
a
they can go
ton.
on for like maybe
Yes.
5, 10 minutes. So they do.
Metal Gear Solid long or
No, I don't.
shorter than that?
Not that long now, but like
No,
long
okay.
enough though for you to get a bit. Okay, I just want to start playing this game again. But yeah, like I said, only 7 hours in, I got to the first pass, about to do Archangel, and haven't fought Shadow Kamishita yet, who is this PE teacher, gym teacher, who's basically a bit big of a perv. He's kind of ogling after one of these girls. Oh, what's her name?
Hmm.
Anne.
Yep.
And he was going. He pretty much wanted her to come to his house or something. She said no, and then basically he went after her friend
You
and
censored
kind
that.
of sort of punished her for her aunt's refusal to go with him or something. And then she basically the next sort of day she was on top of the building, jumped off, and tried to killed herself, which was like quite shocking. I was like, geez, they went there in this
Wasn't there
game.
a teacher in 4 that was like always talking about you kids with your sex and all that stuff? Like I remember in the endurance run, like Vinny and Jeff were making fun
There's
of
like a
the
MILF kind of
of that
teacher in
teacher.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's a military. Yeah, but this guy's just basically he's a real kind of a-hole, so he is. And
Yeah.
the other character, oh god, I'm not good with names now. I only know him as a skull, though. That's his like code name when you go into the
Oh,
palace.
Ryuji.
Yeah, that's it, Yuichi. Yeah, he really hates him, so he does because of the way he acts. So he acts sort of high and mighty though, and people and seems to be like some people seem to know like school board and stuff like seem to kind of know that he's like this. So, but they just sort of say because he's like like he's well
Well, he's
renowned.
a former Olympic athlete, and he's like
Yeah, former like athlete
won
and
a gold medal or
helps like
whatever.
yeah, and helps the volleyball
Yeah,
team.
like they have a really
And like you
good
go into
team. Yeah.
yeah, but then you go into like his the past, which is basically like his desires, kind of like his inner mind, and like you see all like this like the volleyball players basically being like fucking punished, like torture. And no one's like, Jesus, really what he thinks and all that. Or is this really what's happening?
Well,
And like
you'll find
first,
out, but yeah.
yeah, first,
Yeah,
yeah.
sounds
First of all,
crazy.
you think, geez, and like first of all, you actually think, is this actually people? Is this actually like us actually being in this palace and being tortured? It's like no, it's just like his sort of thoughts. But then like you go outside and try to ask a few volleyball players, like, is he really punching? Are you really like putting you through the thing, putting you through all this like stuff, and like you can't, they kind of sort of ignore you, say no, it's all right and all that there, but like that's like I'm sure you probably find out more anyway though.
Hmm.
But like like he is a bit of a fucking a-hole, so he is, because the way he's like perving after Anne and stuff like that. But yeah, like I like it thus far. I know you probably liked it at first, and you sort of
Yeah, I
dropped
really,
off it,
really,
like you
really
said,
liked it at first, and that the Kamoshida stuff is like the best of the like the villains or like the bosses, and
Oh,
it just
really?
goes
So
downhill from
for,
there.
in your opinion, it goes downhill.
Yep.
Okay, that's actually kind of sad to
Yep.
know. If this is
Oh,
in
okay.
your opinion, is the best sort of section of the game in terms of like
In terms of the
antagonists and
bosses
that there.
or like the villains, yes. definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, like he is, like he just really want to fucking kick his ass because he is a bit of a dickhead, so he is. So that's a good incentive though. Like the thing I like about this game though, like I tried Persona 4 a few times though, and the thing I like about this more than Persona 4 at the moment though, like I keep saying this, I will play Persona 4 someday, in the year 2030.
Yeah.
I do like the fact this gets going a lot quicker in terms of I can actually do battles and stuff like that, and you actually learn stuff a lot quicker in this game than you actually do in 4, because the thing in 4 is like you don't actually start a battle in that game to like 4 hours, maybe longer, depending on how slow you're going with the dialogue and that there in the game. Whereas this one's probably maybe an hour or two, I guess. So it's not it's a lot quicker though. So I definitely like that part of it though. I love the whole just aesthetic of the game, like the way, like the style, like the whole, like the fonts and like the the graphics and that there. I just love that whole style of it though. Like in Jam Bomb's Best Style Award, I hope this gets nominated because it's definitely one of my favorite games in that particular category.
Yeah.
Just love that, like the way like the battles, the victory screen, he just runs and you see like the the money, experience, and like whatever items, and like your characters leveling up and that there. So yeah, definitely like it thus far. I like the characters thus far. So I do. I like Morgana because it's a cat, and I love cats. I'm sure I'll learn more about Morgana, the backstory of that character.
Morgana's a cat.
Yeah,
Talking cat.
Okay.
it's like a talking cat. It's kind of a bit like
That's cool.
it's like a bit like Teddy, away like the way
Okay.
it looks in Persona 5. But then like when you're in the actual real world, it's actually it looks
A
like
real
an
cat,
actual
yeah.
cat. Yeah, with like nice blue
And
eyes.
he goes with you
Yeah.
to school, and you put him in your bag.
Yeah, put him in the backpack. Yeah, so it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
you have to
that's
sort of
cool.
take care
That's
of
cute.
him. Yeah, because you're actually this character who is basically being transferred because of something that you did. Like you're trying to help protect this woman who's getting harassed, assaulted by this guy. You basically push this guy down, and he basically says, "I sue you," and you get charged for that. There, what like that kind of sucks. Though he's just trying to do the right thing, and he gets fucking screwed for it. Like I don't know. I forget. Was he delinquent at school or something as well?
No.
Was that just like the one thing he just seemed to be, that was the one thing he was just charged
Yep.
for that, and then it's like, oh, he's a fucking bad kid then. It's like,
Yep.
really? That is really stupid. And like
Okay.
the students are talking about you like you're I
Yeah,
think
he's
this
like,
guy
oh, you have a
might hurt
criminal
this guy,
record and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, you have a criminal record. Oh, this guy could he seems quiet enough though, but he could actually just blow and lose his fucking mind
Lose his
in a
mind,
second
yeah,
and stuff
right.
like that. There, it's like, it doesn't seem that way. He's a very like quiet guy, like walking around and that there. He seems like just a very very quiet guy, kind of a bit like myself. But yeah, he seems to be deemed as this fucking really bad guy just because he tried to help this woman one night, pushing this guy down. He got himself hurt and basically sued the guy, and he got charged and got a criminal record for it. That's kind of fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's weird.
So it is, in that particular sense. I like the combat, but that's basically like standard Persona. This at this point though, like I like it in 4, I do like it in this game as well. The only thing I don't like though is whereas you can't. I don't know if this changes now. Where if you keep getting personas by the whole talk system, like talk and lend me your power. If you get one, then the thing fills up and you have to discard one of them. Like, is there a way to store them or something later? Or do you? Nope. That's pretty much just like that the entire
Yep.
game.
You just get more slots
that's all.
eventually.
Oh, it's to get more slots. Okay, that's dead on, man.
But yeah, if you're still full, you'll still lose them, and you'll have to either
that sucks,
catch them or not. Well, you don't catch them, but negotiate with them again, or well, I guess that's really the only way to get them again.
Yeah, you have to negotiate them with them away.
Or no, you could
sometimes,
fuse them. You could fuse 2 other ones or 3 or like 4 or 5 to get that one. That's another
Yeah,
option.
yeah,
So
yeah. And I actually did have you actually get some personas as well, DLC.
yeah, some of those
So
I've heard. I've never used any of them, but some of them are like overpowered. So
yeah, the thing is though, like I have a level 16 one, the Izunuki, which is I think was their main one in the first one you had with in Persona 4, wasn't it?
um,
Izunagi,
yeah, yep,
or
yep.
that three?
That was
Yeah,
4.
I have it on. I don't have him on. With I have him though, but he's like level 16. The fact is, like, hey, one like his attacks are like SP, like 22 SP, and I was like, geez, that's like like half my fucking SP I have at the moment, so that's not gonna help. So there's no point doing like one attack just to flip and get rid of this enemy though. So
That
it
must be
might be
like an
best just to
alternate
leave him.
version of him or something, because he's like level 4, and when you get him, or wait, no, that's right, because you have a different one, and then I think you have to.
No, he's a
You,
DLC. It's a
okay,
DLC
yeah, so
ones.
that's why he's over.
Cause I went into the Velvet Room and you get like I had all these deep ones like this one's at level 16. There's like fucking personas like at level 15 stuff like that. So
Yeah,
there's
okay, yeah, and you're probably not even
so
high
like
enough
if
level to use him anyway.
I was able to choose him
Oh,
though.
okay.
I actually have him in my thing, but like yeah, like he has like 22 like one of his attacks like 22 SP or something. Like
Oh,
no
maybe you
point in
could use
using
him,
him
but you
because
couldn't actually fuse a character that's that high level. Then that's what it is.
yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
fuse him at
Okay.
the moment though. Like that's the thing. You can't. And also that's the thing. Yeah, if I'm like level 6 and like the persona I want to get is like level 7, I can't get it until
Yeah.
level 7. It
Yep.
kind of sucks. So it does. Um, I think I got like most of the well, most of the enemies I've come across, or got some most of them anyway. In the palace, so I do. But yeah, I actually enjoying it thus far. Like I said, I haven't played in a few days, so I'll probably go back to it though when I'm off day, and go back to it and trades as well and play more of it and give more thoughts maybe during the game of the year if it ends up being in my top 10 or maybe just honorable mentions. It won't be in my disappointment because it wasn't one of those games I was very look forward to like you were,
Yeah.
but just have to wait and see. But I do like it thus far. But like I said, still very early on in the game, like you said, what he's 7 hours in or so.
Hmm.
But I'm enjoying it thus far. I've Trades of Cold State's probably that's probably why I went back to it and playing more of it at the moment because I'm liking that more than Persona 5. But
Okay.
I do like Persona 5 at the moment. So that's pretty much it. Anything else these guys like to talk about?
Uh, no. Well, we all saw Thor Ragnarok.
Did we?
What'd you guys think of did you all three of
I
you
mean,
see it? All
I
two of
saw
you?
it.
Both of you?
Yeah, I
Okay.
saw it.
Darren?
I saw
Okay.
it before you guys. I
Oh yeah,
think
that's right.
'cause
You
it came
did.
out the week before.
Yeah.
Came out the week
You get
before
the
here.
Marvel movies before us.
Yeah, getting seen. I think Avengers is out the week before you guys as well next year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to see it.
That's the most seen trailer on YouTube in history now. It's become the
In
most
history?
viewed. Yeah,
Well, I think it's like
most viewed trailer in
it's
history.
the most to get like so many views in 24 hours or something.
Well, I just saw they posted something that it has become the most watched trailer
Oh,
ever.
okay. Well,
Jeez, I would expect something else to be
That
like.
that didn't take too long.
Yeah, we
Holy
came
shit.
out this week.
Damn. Wednesday, I think it came out.
I believe so.
yeah, it was this week.
So, yeah, I think I'm excited. I mean, I really enjoyed the trailer, even if people make fun of what's his face,
Thanos,
I'm not the
Thanos. Yeah,
only one then.
Homer Simpson, or Homer Simpson.
yeah,
Some people fucking did like this, made him yellow and had like his little big like chin like as the beard and like fucking drew like his two hairs.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have been making fun of Thanos, so there have been.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it a lot,
I
but I'm
know.
not like I didn't lose my shit over the trailer or anything. So
Yeah, like I'm looking forward as well. Like I like the Marvel films. Like there hasn't been a Marvel film I've disliked since the Dark World. Like
hmm.
I've liked every single one since then. Like the last one I wasn't like was Iron Man 3.
I hated Iron Man
Mhm.
3.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
Like I
was a
even
bad
like
movie.
that. Like Ant-Man is probably like at the bottom of it now, so it is.
Huh. I
I
like
didn't like
Ant-Man a lot.
Ant-Man. Didn't really like Doctor
That's one of
Strange.
my favorites.
Yeah, I liked Ant-Man, but it's not one of my favorite ones now. But like I say, I haven't like in terms of actual ones, like I haven't like really loved a Marvel film since The Winter Soldier. Like
Hmm.
I liked some of them a lot, but I haven't said like I haven't gone out of my way and watched a few of them like several times.
Did you guys notice we don't see Ant-Man in the trailer?
No, I didn't notice.
Yeah,
Let
he's
me
not in the
see.
trailer.
He's in like the
Yeah,
Entertainment Weekly, like they had some exclusive on the.
yeah,
Yeah,
He's
the
in
spread.
there.
Yeah, I know he's in the spread, but
yeah.
he's
He's
not
in
in the trailer.
like
Maybe
fucking
he was in there, but
commercial.
he was tiny and you couldn't see him.
Yeah, I had
Yeah,
the use a microscope or something, like a
at the
telescope or
end.
something.
At the
Yeah,
end.
he's probably on someone's
It could
shoulder or
be.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Might be on fucking Captain Snake's shoulder, Steve Snake's.
yeah.
Cause that's what he fucking looks like to me. He looks like fucking Steve Captain America looks like fucking Snake
Oh yeah, he does
in
look.
that
He
Good
does
Fellas
look way
series.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, looks like
Snake.
looks like yeah, he looks like Naked Snake. I think from Metal Gear Solid 3. So he
Mhm.
does.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I don't know, just the whole I think the whole presentation of the trailer. Like at the beginning, it's all the Avengers talking, and then it's Thanos who says he's gonna destroy them all and everything. I think that's cool. That was a cool little part in the trailer. Because of course some of them are gonna die. That's for sure.
Do you think that's gonna be the case?
Yep, it's pretty much almost confirmed.
Well, in the comic,
I
everybody
hope.
dies in the comic, and I'm not kidding either.
Yeah, I think they all die. Yeah,
What during
I
that
think
And
they'll.
yeah,
storyline or
hmm
just
Yeah,
and the
okay?
Infinity Gauntlet.
because don't forget there's a time stone that we haven't seen yet. Well, I think Doctor Strange has it, the time stone. I think he has it.
I don't I just know about the colors though. I don't know the actual.
He has a time stone. The one that we haven't seen yet, I think, will be in Black Panther. It's probably in Wakanda. So there's one stone we haven't seen yet, I think.
Which one's the Tesseract?
The cube.
Uh,
Yeah, which one's that now? What
yeah,
stone is
that's a
that?
stone. It's which stone is it? I don't remember.
There was somebody posted it on Facebook, but I don't think I saved it or
Yeah,
anything.
That's the thing. Yeah, I can't remember what the different stones are. Like I know, like the Tesseract's one of them. The one on
Vision's thing.
Vision's one of them. I think that's the Mind Stone, is it, or the Power Stone or something? The
I think it's a power stone. Yeah.
that Ether one, that
The
red
Tesseract
one
is
with
the
the Dark
space
World,
stone.
the Space
Okay.
Stone.
Doctor Strange has the time stone and the Eye of Agamotto.
Yep. Yep. That I knew. That I knew it was him that had it because of course, the time stone can reverse time. So if heroes die, they can come back.
Oh yeah, that's right. He does have the time stone. Cause that wasn't that the thing he went through
That's
the
in Doctor
yeah
Strange
at
when
the
you
end of
realize
Doctor Strange. He went through that going through that thing with the guy at the end. Yeah, that's right.
yeah, Dormammu, I'm here to bargain.
Yeah,
That's
that's it. Yeah.
the whole thing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I don't know who's gonna die. I have an idea, but I'm not 100% certain. But of course, there's part one and part two the year after that. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I thought Ragnarok was really good. Maybe a little bit too funny, like Derek said. Like maybe just a tad too many jokes.
Yeah, that's because the thing. Like the last two films weren't necessarily joke heavy
Like it
though, and
becomes even more than Guardians of the Galaxy. Like
yeah,
there's way too much. Like Thor running into a wall, or getting hit by stuff, or it's like slapstick comedy a little bit. And that's not what I really expect from Thor. So. But it was still very, very good. I thought it was a great movie.
too bad the villain wasn't great.
The what?
The villain,
The villain? Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Hela, wasn't great.
Hmm.
But
Oh, yeah.
most of the Marvel films haven't had
Well,
great
Jeff
villains.
Goldblum is a good villain.
I wouldn't really call him a villain though. Just more of
Well,
a
he's the
sort of
brother of the Benicio del Toro's
the collector.
yeah, the collector.
Yeah, but like
He's
he
his
wasn't like
brother.
a proper villain. No, he's more a comedic
Hmm.
character in this.
Well, almost
Hmm.
every character is a comedic character, but yeah, his like
Yeah, pretty
his
much.
primary role was like comic relief, I think. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
I love
liked
when
it,
they bring.
but there was way more comedy than I was expecting, and that's not what I look.
Yeah,
That's in general for all superhero
exactly.
movies. That's not what I want out of them, unless it's like
Hmm.
a very specific character that has been known to
Yeah,
be comic
or
relief or something
Deadpool or
like
something.
that.
Hmm.
Okay, it's Deadpool, of course, but as somebody who's read a lot of comics and watched a lot of media from these
Hmm.
characters, like in general, there's not a lot of comedy, and there's enough to like lighten the mood here and there, but not like so much that it's like the main focus of the movie, like in Thor Ragnarok. And
Yeah, in this movie, it's like so much fucking comedy, like just wall to wall, nonstop. It's like, okay, you can calm down now. It's okay,
Most of it
relax.
wasn't that funny to be honest though. Like some of the stuff was like got a little chuckle out of me. I actually found Guardians of the Galaxy 2 to be funnier than
Yeah,
this.
yeah, I agree. Yeah. I think the only one that made me laugh out loud is Loki when I've been falling for 10 minutes. That one made me laugh out loud. Yeah, and the other stuff is pretty much slapstick, or we saw in the trailer the whole hey, he's a friend from work. Okay, we know that.
Right,
Okay,
I'm just gonna ask Derek. I don't know if he knows or not now. Or do you know what that ship was at the credits mid credits sequence?
it's Thanos.
I don't, but I suspect that it's the Kree.
Right.
I read somewhere it's Thanos that arrives at the end.
Okay.
Oh,
That's why Hulk gets thrown back to Earth and Thor ends up with the Guardians because the ship is destroyed.
Yeah.
could be.
So,
I don't know. But I assumed it was the Kree. So
Well, I
hmm,
know Loki has the Tesseract anyway.
yeah,
Of course, that's
he gives it to
foregone. That's a foregone
Thanos.
conclusion because of the whole little wee thing during that sequence where he saw the Tesseract in like the vault. It's like, yeah, of course he took it.
Yeah, of course. Hmm, can't be trusted.
I assume he gives it to Thanos. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Overall, it's a good movie, and
It's
I
not my
can't wait
favorite
for
though, but I
yeah,
still enjoyed it though.
can't wait for Infinity War. See how that goes.
Yeah, if you're
Can't wait for
playing,
Star Wars in a couple
yeah,
of weeks.
yeah. I
That's
just
gonna be
watched I
fucking
watched The
great.
Force Awakens there again on Netflix. It finally showed up on here.
Hmm. It's gonna be the dark middle chapter. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. So,
Ray, I am your brother.
yeah, I wonder who Rey is. We'll find out probably in this movie who she is exactly.
I think she's Luke's daughter,
So,
probably.
That's like the flippin' obvious one, but it could be
Yeah.
something different. But that'll be like, oh, that wouldn't really be surprising. That's the case.
yeah, I'm thinking he dumped her, there and went
Jakku.
off to Jakku. Yeah, after the Academy had been destroyed, the Jedi Academy had been destroyed by Kylo. So yeah, I don't know how that's gonna go, but it's interesting to see who it is. I just wonder who is the mother. That will be interesting to figure out. Is it Mara Jade from the expanded universe books, or
Probably not.
yeah, probably not.
That'd be cool though, because they pretty much ignored all the expanded universe stuff.
Well, they brought Thrawn into the thing,
In the games or
so
what?
no, then he's in Star Wars Rebels, and they
Oh,
made
that
him canon.
cartoon.
Now they're doing
Oh, okay.
yeah.
That's all canon stuff, then, is it?
Well, the Thrawn stuff, yeah, it's canon
No,
now.
the rebels
The
series.
Rebels, yeah, that's canon.
Is the Force Unleashed stuff still canon? Is that expanded universe
No,
now?
it's not.
Expanded
No.
universe.
Okay.
Disney retconned pretty much all
Hmm.
that
Okay.
stuff. Even uh, the Old Republic stuff is expanded universe.
Okay.
So
Which is the best of Star Wars.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I guess so. Since the thing is, the Force Awakens is the Star Killer base, so obvious
yeah,
they got rid of that.
which was supposed to be Luke Skywalker's name
Yeah,
originally.
Nick Star Killer.
So yeah, that'll be. I can't wait. I already have my tickets and everything. Bought them a while back, so I'm ready for that movie.
Yeah.
Can't wait to go see it out. Besides that, not a whole lot. Haven't watched Stranger Things yet. Haven't watched Punisher yet. So
Stranger Things is
have to get
fantastic.
on it.
First episode of Punisher was pretty good.
Yeah,
I didn't. I haven't watched. I haven't
yeah.
watched.
Here's.
I haven't finished season 2 of Daredevil or watched any of the other stuff
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
because
I haven't watched. I
I
haven't
don't
watched
like.
past the
Well,
third episode of
don't watch
Daredevil.
Iron Fist. Don't watch Iron Fist.
Yeah, I heard bad things about that one.
And the what do they call the Defenders?
Defenders.
It's not that
I
great.
haven't watched that either.
It's not really good. So
So pretty much they've been middling at bit. Like haven't been great. Like a lot of people really like the first season of Daredevil, and then since then it hasn't been like oh my god, this is
Daredevil's
awesome.
pretty great. Season two's a little less good. Luke Cage is fantastic, and Jessica Jones was pretty great. But the other, like Punisher, I haven't watched yet, but it looked interesting at least. So I don't know. Have to wait and see. I want to watch that. I want to watch that Jim Carrey movie, or documentary.
It's
That's
very interesting. Very interesting.
yeah, I've heard like good stuff about it, and I want to watch it. See how crazy he was.
Yeah, pretty much fucking went into that character, went into Andy Kaufman in a big kind of way. You definitely see it. Like it's very interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that probably tonight, maybe.
I don't know if he
Saw
was
Wonder
ever.
Woman.
I don't know if he was nominated now for. I can't. He won the Golden Globe now for it, but I don't know if it was he
I don't
nominated
think it
for an
was
Academy
nominated
Award.
for. Maybe it was. I don't think it was nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Finally watched Wonder Woman after all this time. That's pretty great. That's a great movie.
I love that movie. It's the best DC movie as far as like their universe goes. Definitely.
Yeah. Like it has heart and it has, you can see that it's coherent and it's not fucking shit show like Batman vs Superman. So,
Yeah, you actually care about the characters.
yep.
Yeah, Justice.
I haven't watched any of them yet. We watched the last thing I watched is DC is the Man of Steel. That's the last one I've watched, like the most up to date one I've watched.
Which one?
Superman Returns.
Man of
Oh,
Steel.
okay.
Man of Steel. Okay. Yeah, that's the first one from the DCU. Then you have Batman vs Superman, Wonder Woman. I don't really count Suicide Squad in
Oh,
there.
I think
That's
officially
not.
it is part of it, but
Yeah, officially it is, but I know that Affleck's in it, but I don't know. I don't think it's really coherent to the story.
no.
And then you have JL, which I think you really liked, Derek.
Justice League? Yeah, I like
Justice
it.
League.
I like the Flash a lot. I like Aquaman. I like well, of course Wonder Woman because she's great. Um,
Yeah.
it's really like the plot is like terrible. Like you can completely ignore it. It's really all about just the characters and developing the
hmm
characters, and that's what I like about it.
Strange considering the fact it's like the first time a bunch of these ones are introduced on screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they it it would have been better if they would have had individual movies for each of the characters.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I think it's just DC looking at Marvel and saying how it worked there. For
Yeah.
well, let's just do this now and just like rush things along. Whereas Marvel, we've been doing this for 10 years coming now. Started with the original Iron Man.
Yeah, but thing is, Marvel introduced their characters in individual movies.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Hmm.
saying. Like, yeah, DC just look at that and said how successful it was. But yeah, we're going to do it though. But we're going to make it just going to do in a twice the rate.
Yeah, I
Or
know a
just have
Flashpoint movie's
just
coming
like
and
half these
everything, but
characters. You'll just introduce them in one big character now instead of like like they had like Iron Man, they had Captain America, they had Thor,
hmm,
that the Hulk, um, they had all them before the first Avengers film.
Yeah, and then like the
yeah,
side, like Black Widow and Hawkeye, they didn't have their own movies, but they were in all the other movies or several of them, so they
exactly.
had
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
like
had
yeah, I think
time to
Black
develop
Widow was
those
in.
characters.
Yeah, no, wasn't Hawkeye introduced in Avengers though?
Mm,
was he?
I think he was. Black Widow was
mm,
in Iron Man 2 now.
Yeah,
I don't know.
good question. I think you're right
I
though.
don't know
I think Hawkeye was introduced in Avengers.
Yeah,
because it seems like he's been around for a long time. It doesn't seem like he only was around at Adventures.
yeah, but no, he was definitely no. Black Widow was definitely in 2 now.
Because he wasn't in Thor. I don't think it was in
No, he wasn't in Thor. He
Iron
wasn't
Man.
in Captain America.
Wasn't in Captain
Well, Captain
America.
America was introduced. It was the 40s anyway, so of course not.
Yeah.
Well, let me look.
Right, Dennis. I'm sorry, but I think you're gonna have to wrap this up because I have
Yeah,
to
you
get
have to
going
go.
very fucking soon.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. I guess the next time we'll be doing this is the Game of the Year stuff. So that will be in January sometime
Yeah.
when
Um.
once everybody's played what they have to play and ready to go.
Yeah.
So thank you, Derek. Thank you, Darren, for doing the podcast. It was fun. And I think, Darren, you want to do this once a month starting next year?
Yeah, I want to try and do once a month now. Unless we have nothing to talk about now, like it's no point then. But if we have if we have a few games to talk about, I'd like to do like at least once a month.
Yeah, so we don't forget what we played like 6 months
Yeah.
ago. Yeah,
Like
I
yeah,
think that's a good
yeah,
idea.
it's like every few months we've been doing it now, which is like fine, but at least once a month. Not every week now or every couple of weeks. It's like that was
No, that's too much.
overkill though. Like we used to do it though, but
Hmm.
definitely just like yeah, at least once a month. Well, not
Okay,
just once a month, at least once a month overall. Yeah,
at least once a month, maybe.
yeah, at least once a month.
So, all right, so that is it for the podcast, and stay tuned for the Game of the Year stuff coming in a month or something.
Hmm.
So, say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye, guys.